Okay. I haven't checked the volumes out or anything. Is everything okay in terms of the volume? Also, thank you! So many of you have shown up! What the hell's going on? Stop! Leave, please. Okay, is that loud? Is it quiet? Is it loud? Is it loud? No, it's not loud. I never check that. Yeah, no, I know. But like I check the volume, it's just I really don't trust myself with it, you know? Okay. I'm so unprepared for this stream. Okay. Oh, I have nothing to like balance my phone on. I usually use my phone to check the comments and everything. Okay, you know what? I trust this. I trust this. So sorry, it's on the screen right now. But how the hell is everyone? Happy New Year! Oh my god! I also forgot to. Oh my god, no! I've forgotten to like plug this like anywhere. Let me stick that off of this mode. There we go. Okay, that works. First stream of the year. It's so chaotic. I haven't plugged this anywhere. I haven't told anyone that I'm streaming right now. Okay, so I've got. Okay. Wait. Bear with me. Streaming now, exclamation marks. And where's that link at? There it is. Woohoo! Okay. The link has been sent out. I don't actually know whether it does it share it to my Twitter anymore, or did I completely stop it from doing that? Anyway. So Happy New Year, everyone. I hope we've all had the most amazing celebration ever. I was so hungover yesterday, like insanely hungover. And I guess I am just so ready to get back into things. I'm just gonna turn that down a little bit. Sorry if it gets too quiet, let me know. Actually I'll turn the volume up a little bit more on this bit. Unless that's too loud. Please tell me if it's too loud. But okay. Yeah, so I was so pissed hungover yesterday. Jesus Christ. I remember everything that happened, luckily. But no, yeah, it was a pain in the ass getting up and getting myself showered and everything, because I was just like, my head was killing. I had way too much to drink that night. So yeah. But I hope everyone else has had a really good start to the year. And we're already on the 2nd, that's terrifying. No, yeah, I haven't, honestly, I have not been up to much at all since then. But you may have noticed that I put out a little stream schedule. I don't think I can get it up on the stream. I'll like try to do it towards the end or something so that I can show everybody what I'm doing for like the rest of the week. But tomorrow we've got a Hollow Knight stream. We're finally gonna continue with the games that we started last year and didn't do anything with. So thank the heavens, that's finally happening. And another thing I wanted to mention is I also had a schedule. Another thing is I had some technical issues when I started setting up for this stream, because I realized that this game, Find Love or Die Trying, I haven't played it in that long that it completely deleted my save file. So I had to do like this speed run. It took me like 15 minutes or so, where I just had to like rush through the game as much as I could and like get all of the options that I had last time. So I had to like go through the other stream and make sure I chose all the correct things, and then get to the exact same place as we were before. So just to recap, this is Find Love or Die Trying. If you haven't watched the first episode, I definitely recommend that you go do that at some point. What? Loading will lose and save. Yeah. Okay, so pretty much, she's one of the mummies. She's not the mummy, but she's just, you know, I'll never complain about her. She's lovely. And Find Love is a project that we have been pretty much like, we have amnesia, right? Our character has amnesia, and we woke up on this island, and we're part of this TV show called Find Love or Die Trying. And what we've got to do is we've got to try to romance one of these girls in a way that gets the ratings up, right? So this is Violet. We're on a date with her right now, but there was a little bit of a twist in the last little section of the run-through where pretty much I wanted to go for Scarlet because Scarlet is the love of my life. I love her so much. And it had a couple twists and turns, and it appears that maybe we chose the wrong option in going for Scarlet, because we were pretty much like not teleported back to the start, but we had to reset our progress because we were once again found ourselves completely brainwashed and void of memories. So we were back to the start, and what we found was we couldn't choose Scarlet or Yui, the two girls that we dated in the last run-through, because it was quote-unquote against the rules now. So we've had to date the other three girls while not being able to get to know Scarlet or Yui. So it's getting quite interesting because we've been on dates with all of the other girls, and yeah. There's something not quite normal about this TV show. And if we're ready to continue, let's go. I hope that recap made sense. I found Violet taking a walk outside the mansion. Hey, Violet, what's up? Hello there, Noire. I just thought I'd take a nice afternoon walk. This place truly does bring back memories of home. Oh, she's rich, huh? She rich. You lived on your own personal island? Nothing quite that bourgeoisie. Anyway, I've got a surprise for you. You want to see? For me, I motioned for her to follow me into the mansion. I asked Kat to pull a few strings, and, well, we have everything we need to bake whatever we want now. Oh my. Violet looked at me with childlike wonder in her eyes. Let's get right to it then, why don't we? She was practically shaking with excitement. Her smile and laughter was positively infectious. We decided to make a chocolate cake. It was her favourite flavour, and I don't remember mine. That said, I also don't remember a thing about how to make cakes, but with Violet, that wasn't a problem. She got me up to speed with a soft and steady hand, and before long we had the cake in the oven baking away. I wish it took longer to make. Seeing Violet do what she loved most was a treat. When she pulled the cake out of the oven, she looked like a kid on Christmas Day. We just had that. Oh, she's so pretty! Now for the finishing touches. A little more here, a little more there. She was in her own world, humming away as she danced around the cake, decorating it as she went along. I couldn't help but smile and watch her in adoration. She's pure happiness right now. I wish I could take this moment and just freeze it in time for safekeeping. I can't wait to share this with the others. But first, Noire, would you mind testing it? You don't have to ask, believe me. I'm first in line to try it out. Thank you. I'm unsure if what I make is worth eating or not. Why is that? My family's caretaker, Shirley, was the one who taught me to bake. Besides my sister, Shirley was the only one who ever bothered to try what I made. Sometimes I worry they told me it's delicious just to make me feel better. I took a little off the top of her cake with my finger and licked it off. It's delicious, Violet. You better believe it. Would you want me to help a little longer? I'm having far too much fun to just stop now. I've just started making some cookies, and I find I quite enjoy your company and help, Noire. I'd love to. Let me know if I can help. Violet passed me a bowl full of cookie dough and then a tray. All you need to do is make little cookie-shaped pieces out of this dough, then put them on the tray. Do not try to put any of them too close together on the tray, or it'll become something of a mutant cookie in the oven. Got it. No mutant cookies here. I ripped off a piece of dough from the bowl and rolled it into the size and shape of a cookie. Perfect! You're a natural. Thanks, Violet. Wow. In the time it took me to make one, Violet had made 6 perfect cookies. She moved with mechanical efficiency as she kneaded balls of dough into perfectly shaped cookies. Wow, I thought you were great before, but you're really incredible. How long have you been doing this? Perhaps since I was about, say, 5? To this day, it remains the only thing I can best my sister at. I finished making another cookie as Violet finished 3 more. She held up one of the cookies and raised it to her face. You've gotten quite skilled at this, Noire. I just wanted to say again, thank you for arranging this. I'm on top of the world right now. It was my pleasure, Violet. Gosh, she's adorable when she smiles. I agree. For a few seconds, we kept on working on the cookies in amiable silence, our eyes locked on each other's. You said you had a sister. Why, yes indeed. Viola Valentine, first twins in the family, she... Oh, I'm out of room on my tray. She flashed a devious smile in my direction right before she lightly threw a dough ball at my face. Bro, that's what you do with your spare dough? That's so unsanitary. What's with the cheeky... Before I could react, it splattered against and stuck to my face. She burst into childlike laughter. Nice catch, Noire. Perhaps you might try using your hands next time. Oh, it's on. Fuck this bitch. I couldn't stop myself from smiling as I grabbed some ammo from my own cookie tray and threw them at her. Oi! But the cookies! She dodged them with ease and laughed. It's quite humorous to know how an old caretaker managed to do what you are struggling to do now. I interrupted her gloating with another dough ball throw. This time it made a satisfying splat against her left cheek. Strike. Oh, you are so going down. Her smile turned devilish as she grabbed another dough ball. Oh shit. I'm only a second before her next volley. Offensive, always. I just started to reach for another dough ball from the tray when a dough ball splattered against my forehead, sending me recoiling backwards. Ah! And then another landed right next to it. Ah! Mercy! And then another. I crumpled to the floor in defeat. I declare this my victory in absolute confidence. She laughed as she pointed at all the dough on my face. I took the opportunity to interrupt her speech with another dough ball. It splattered right against her left cheek. Oh, you're even more dead now. Forget surviving this crazy TV show. I don't know if I'm surviving the next 5 minutes. It was like looking at a tiger dead in the eye. Violet reloaded her ammo and was winding up for another throw. It was all I could do to reach for one more ball and scream in defiance. Bring it on! Some say you can still hear my screams in that kitchen to this day. We finished cleaning up after our impromptu food fight and brought the desserts that survived the Great War to the porch. Her smile and laughter were infectious. Pardon me, but I guess we can rule out you being a baseball player before you come to this island. She put her hand tenderly against my face as she wiped off some remaining dough. We locked eyes yet again. Her eyes are practically magnetic. Thank you for playing along, Noire. I suppose it's been too long since I've had that much fun. So, thank you for indulging my little whim. It was a lot of fun for me too, Violet. Don't mention it. Besides, I think I got a few good hits in to make it worth it. I'm worried for you. It appears your amnesia is getting even worse. Violet laughed as she picked up some more crumbs off my face and licked them off her finger. Her eyes seemed to linger on mine. I do hope we can spend more time together soon. I quite liked this. I like that, Violet. I had a lot of fun with you too. You're full of surprises, you know? Just wait and see. There's more where that came from. We spent the rest of the day talking and eating little desserts together on the porch. Though Violet seemed quite distant when I first met her, I learned that the real Violet was nothing like that at all, and full of surprises. She could be unexpectedly shy one moment and then mischievous as a child another. One thing's for sure, being around her makes my heart skip a beat and the time fly. Before I realized how much time had passed, it was already pitch black outside. Seems like a nice night for a walk. Oh, hey Noire. What are you doing out here? Just going out for a walk. Care to join me? Sure, why not? I've got a few minutes. How about we do a circle around the mansion grounds? Sounds good to me. So, how'd your date with Violet go? Are we back to our daily interviews? Did the island run out of wine? That's wholly unrelated, but yes. Anyway, my date with Violet today was... I want Scarlet. Alright, I guess. Oh, really? That's too bad. Violet said in an interview that she really thought you two connected, but I guess it wasn't both ways. Well, doesn't matter. The audience thinks you did, and that's enough to keep you breathing. Keep it up with what you're doing. Our ratings have only been climbing higher and higher every day. But it's not time to celebrate just yet. I know, don't worry. I'm sticking to the plan. That's good to hear. Seriously, if you got yourself killed by not following the plan at this point, you deserve it. Looks like we finished our walk. Anyway, I gotta get back to work, but it was a nice break. Night Noire. Night Cat. I walked back to my room and plopped on my bed. Time to get some shut-eye. The scent of something delicious being freshly baked wafted through the kitchen. It's just the two of us. This is, like a Violet flashback, isn't it? Looks like this batch didn't turn out well either. She frowned. Hey, on the bright side, I can at least tell it's bread this time. Uh-oh, that wasn't the right thing to say. It has been a while since I've done this. Sorry, Noire, I wanted you to have something good. I reached for one of the pieces of bread. Wait, I'm sure it's... I took one bite, then wolfed the bread down like it was the last of its kind. It's delicious. I reached for another to prove my point. You really mean it? It took a moment to wolf down the second piece. Crossed my heart. You're just saying that. She smiled. That's the moment I've been waiting for. She hugged me with all of her might. But I love that about you, you know? I love you, Noire. I held her tight. I love you too. For a moment, the whole world was just me and her. And that was all that mattered. What I wouldn't give to have you back like this. That's my little queen, do you see her? I miss her. I miss her so much. I've got to remember how my voices go now. Well, they're not that crazy, are they? I walked down to the kitchen where the girls were having breakfast. So, how was the date? Yeah, tell us! Tara was furiously scribbling down notes with the title War Plans in bold. It was really quite nice. We actually made this cake and the cookies yesterday together, Noire and I. I hope you will enjoy it. They're amazing, Violet. Thank you for making it for us. Thanks so much. They're so delicious. Tara scribbled, war of attrition is likely not an option. What are you writing there, Tara? Nothing. So, how come there's cookie batter everywhere? No matter where I look, I can see batter on every surface of the kitchen. It wasn't just the batter. Violet and I had knocked over quite a few things in our firefight. Ah, that's... Are you sure it was just baking together? Oh, I thought it was more than that. I sure did as if I was heartbroken. I gotta hand it to you, Violet. I didn't think you had it in you. Hubba. Wait, no, nothing like that happened. Ali and I laughed and made finger guns at each other. I don't get it. That's because you're a good person, Yui. I think what Ali is trying to say is that Violet and Noire... Ali stuck the cookie into Scarlet's mouth before she could finish her sentence. Ugh. Wow, these cookies are pretty useful. You gotta teach me how to make these sometime, Violet. It would be my pleasure, Ali. Well, teach me too. Why should Noire have all the good stuff? We spent the rest of the morning fooling around in the kitchen. I just want Scarlet. Why can't I have her? Morning, Noire. How did you sleep? Pretty well, considering how you edit the footage that keeps me alive drunk. That sounds like a win-win if you ask me. Can you believe it? We're already on the 6th day of the show. Is it already? Time sure goes by fast. No kidding. Anyway, it's time to wrap up phase 2. You just need to go on a second date with your last soulmate candidate. Shouldn't be too hard, no? Please don't jinx me. Break a leg. Seriously, actually breaking a leg would be a lot better for you than messing up today's date. Not helping, Cat. Time to get today's date started with none other than my third soulmate candidate, Tara. Woo woo! I knocked on the door to the games room. Hey Noire, what's up? I thought I'd check in and see how you're doing with your game. Let me show you what I'm working on then. Tara handed me a game device. Not all the art's ready yet, but I'm hoping it'll be done soon. It's a farming game. It's Stardew! I had to ditch the pigeon dating idea after, well, finding out it was already done. True. I'll play that on stream at some point. I'll play How to Have a Boyfriend. That is like... it's like my favorite dating sim, and that's really sad to say, but I wish I was joking. That's really a shame for the whole world, really. But in this game, you get to live in a village out in the country, make friends, raise crops, and decimate all the invaders with your giant mecha pigeon death machine. And there's a million possible weapon combinations, and... that sounds different. I don't know what to expect, but I'd love to play it. I'm curious, how come you decided to make a farming game? Good question. They've just got a special place in my heart. It is just like Stardew, especially with the mecha machines and stuff. I just used to play these morning till night every day. You can probably tell I'm not really a go out and party kind of person. To be honest, I don't know enough people to go to parties anyway, but whatever. Sometimes it's more fun just to do your own thing. Sometimes it can be more fun to stay indoors and just do what you enjoy. That's how I feel about it. Enough talk. Try playing it. I want to see how you feel about it. Alright, here we go. Are we gonna get a minigame or something? The title screen displayed with a click. Our Blue Valley. It's such an original idea, it's insane. I was a mecha pilot who got tired of life in the mecha corps and decided to move out of the country to become a farmer. I was a pretty good one at that. Every season I'd learn to plant, water, and harvest new kinds of crops. Tara would give me advice for farming in every season. Her face was so close to mine, she'd watch my every move with a pensive expression. Farming and fishing felt great, but fishing was almost impossible to do at first. The mecha parts of the game felt incredible. You could even get to know the villagers and have relationships with them too. There's just one thing that was a bit weird. First, wow. What you have so far is incredible, Tara. You think so? Yeah, really, it's incredible. I never thought you could just combine farming and being a mecha pilot in the same game, but you did it just fine. Thanks, Noire. That's so nice of you to say. There's just one thing I think was a little off. What's that? Any feedback would be great. I feel like the relationships with the townspeople are a little weird. The dating aspects didn't really feel right. I knew you'd notice that. It's kind of embarrassing, but I've never actually dated before, so I have no idea what it's really like. And to be honest, I've never had a real friend either. If it's not too much to ask. Maybe you and I could be friends? I'd be honored to be your friend. That said, please don't trap me in a video game again. Sorry, what? Anyway, watching you play gave me some ideas. Wanna help me with testing them? Sure, I'd be happy to help however I can. We'd both suggest ideas, she'd implement it, and we'd test it together and repeat. It just kept getting better and better. Tara's smile and enthusiasm was contagious. I couldn't help but be excited for her and in awe of her drive. We spent the rest of the day working on our game, but it only felt like minutes. I'm just glad it wasn't another virtual reality game. I'm feeling a little bit of the late night munchies. Guess I'll head downstairs. I walked to the kitchen and opened the fridge. Sweet. There's some leftover cookies that Violet and I had made together. I grabbed a few and wolfed them down. Delicious. Got a case of the midnight munchies. I figured I'd do my civil duty and help finish the cookies Violet and I made. Right. Only a good Samaritan would finish all the cookies, so nobody else would have to make that sacrifice. I'm just too good of a person, I know. It gets me in trouble sometimes. Anyway, I've been meaning to talk with you. What's up? How did your date with Tara today go? I'm giving them all airs because I want. There's one person I very much want to be with more than the rest. It was alright, I guess. Oh really? That's too bad. Tara said in an interview after your date that she thought you two really connected. Well, doesn't matter. The audience thinks you did, and that'll keep you alive. I guess so. Well, that should be enough for today. Thanks, Noire. You'll be happy to know that Phase 2 of the plan was a smashing success. That's great to hear. No kidding. The Love Square? It's got viewers on the edge of their seats. You've actually broken the record for ratings on a killer dating game show. Not as niche as it sounds. Do I get a plaque for that? This has got to count for something somewhere. We don't have it printed yet, but I've prepared your tombstone in advance if you're looking for a souvenir. Thanks for the vote of confidence, Cat. Let it never be said that I am anything but supportive. Anyway, we're on to Phase 3. It's pretty much the same as Phase 2, except with third dates this time. And one caveat. What's that, Cat? I'm sure you've got a favourite in mind between the 3 girls you're dating now. If you want to maximise your chances of getting out here alive, save the best for last. It gives audiences something to look forward to. Sound good to you? Makes sense to me. Good. That's all for today. I'll see you later. Night, Noire. Good night. And thanks for the help until now. I realise I'd probably be screwed without you. Don't thank me yet. Guess I'll call it a night. I walked back to my room. Time to get some shut-eye. So, what's this supposed to do? It's my little sweetheart! She's back! It didn't forget! Mommy! Thank you for coming home, Mommy! Fucking hell. It's only a prototype, but technical details aside, you can think of it as a memory rewriter. So it rewrites memories. Pretty much. Think of it like a surgeon's scalpel. With it, you can make someone forget things as big as who they are, or something as small as specific conversation. So if you use this on someone, anything's fair game. You could erase anything you wanted. Exactly. Well, maybe it's not really a scalpel, since it comes with a reset button. It's sad, though. This was supposed to help people after the war. I was supposed to help people after the war. I'm sorry, Scarlet. Don't worry about it. I may not be able to help them, but it doesn't mean I can't help you and your partner escape from this madness. Thank you, really. Thank you so much. I know you're taking an incredible risk for us that honestly most people would never. Don't mention it, Noire. It's what I do. If they manage to trace it back to me, then I'll accept whatever comes. It'd be the first time I helped somebody in quite some time. Scarlet. The boat is just past the woods, behind the rocky enclave near the beach. It won't be there forever, so act quickly. It'd be suicide to go for it during the day, so I recommend heading there near midnight. Thank you, Scarlet. You sure you don't want to come with us? Someone has to stay here to help the people that fall into the spider's web. You don't have to be so noble. I envy her, you know, to get to leave this place with you. I want to leave with you! But someone needs to stay here to do what's right. I want to leave with Scarlet. I'll do like a run through. If this doesn't take too long, I'll do like a skippy run through, and I'll see if we can get Scarlet's ending. The girls and I kicked off our morning by testing out Tara's game together. It was multiplayer now, so we could all play together in the same world. This came with its own fair share of consequences. I said cover me, or you'll have to finish making dinner yourself. I'm trying. There's just too many mutant vegetables attacking. Yui, I need you to cover me. Where are you? I'm sorry, it's the mayor's birthday, and I can't decide which berry to give him. It can wait. But then I won't get bonus points. Come to think of it, I think we're running low on tomatoes and carrots. Do you need any, Violet? We have enough to survive the winter, but supplies are always welcome. I'm on it. Well, the game's definitely gone more exciting. I wanted them to test the relationships, but maybe they'll have to wait a bit. I guess we'll see next time? I feel like this is loud. Is it loud? Turn it down a touch. We spend the rest of the morning playing Terra's game. Morning, Noire. Let's kick off phase 3. Hopefully we can wrap this up quickly and you'll be back to your old life soon. It better be. As nice as this island is, it's a gilded cage. You'll be able to go back to your old life soon, that's a promise. Well, unless you make a mess out of your next 3 dates. I can't help you there. But assuming you do, you'll get to leave here with one of the 3 girls you're dating now. But first, it's time to pick which of them you'll be going on a 3rd date with today. Who's it gonna be? I'll go for Terra first. Man, if I'd known you were gonna spend all your dates with Terra indoors, I would have just booked the mansion. But sometimes the best things in life aren't the most expensive ones. Who knew? Just kidding. You ever seen a depressed person who owns an island? My god. Go get her, Tiger. I found Terra sleeping on the sofa in the games room. She looked so peaceful. Maybe I'll come back later. Zombies everywhere. Ah! She bolted up suddenly. You okay? Ugh, it was just a dream. I'm good now, no worries. Seems like a pretty crazy dream. No kidding. I dreamed that we all got turned into zombies. Luckily, there's no way that could ever happen. That's a nod to our first date with Scarlet. Did you go to bed late? Hell yeah. I spent all night working on the game. And I finished it too. Care to join me in testing it out? I added a few new features I'd like you to try. Sure, I'd love to. It looked like the same game I played before. What am I looking for? You'll see. I started up the game. Moments later, I saw Terra's avatar run up to me. You've made it just in time, the new event's about to start. What's the new event? As if on cue, a gigantic robotic pigeons flew from the sky and started to attack our avatars. Ah! I'll run. Don't worry, I gotcha. Terra pulled out a giant can of pigeon repellent and started blasting away. Ugh, I think something's bugged, it's not working at all. Guess I gotta fix that. While Terra was laughing at her own mistake, I was being lifted into the sky by the pigeons. I think I'm screwed. Where are these pigeons taking me? I tried to move my avatar, but there was no way to resist the death grip of the robot pigeon. Don't worry, they're about to fly into the territory of the maple syrup dragon. The what? Uh-oh. My screen lit up with a blast of flying maple syrup. I never thought I'd ever say something like that, but here we are. The maple syrup slammed into the pigeons and forcefully stuck their wings together. As a consequence, they started to fall to the ground at breakneck speed. Ah! Save me! I haven't saved yet! Ah! I knew I forgot something. I forgot to add the ability to save. I'll have to write that down. As Terra took notes, I rapidly fell to my doom. I'm happy for you, but if you could just for a minute... My avatar smacked into the ground, pigeon first, and I instantly died on impact. Aw man, I had so much stuff. Is there at least a respawn mechanic? I've never died before in this game. Of course. Just hit the retry button. I pressed the button and watched the world around me reset to the village. Sans? The giant beasts of death. Oh, like without. Except now the village seemed 10 times bigger than before. Wait, when did the village get so big? And then it dawned on me. Wait, it's not the village that got big. I got small? I took a more careful look at my avatar. I was a pigeon again. I sighed deeply. That is what happens when you retry. At the same time, Tara was giggling like a child. We spent a few more hours testing out the rest of the game's new features. Thankfully, there were no more pigeon Easter eggs. There's one last thing I want to test out, if that's okay. Will it end with me getting turned into a pigeon? No. Just come with me. I followed her avatar to the cavern we shared in the woods. When we got there, she turned around, walked up to me, and held out an item I've never seen before. No, don't get married to me in game. She walked up to me and gave me an item called Ring of You're Pretty Cool. What's this? Let me try to explain. I came onto the show with no idea of what it was about. Personally, I thought it was a bit stupid at first, but hanging out with you's been so fun. I've never really gotten to work on my hobbies with anybody until I met you. Honestly, I never had to share all of my crazy I never had someone to share all of my crazy shit with, but you're different. And that's so true. If you marry someone in Stardew, you are literally like set for life. I married Shane. I can change him, I swear, I can fix him. So I guess what I'm trying to say is you're pretty cool, and I hope we can keep doing this even after the show is over. I'm not allowed to say no. Sounds like a plan. I've gotta say, you caught me off guard with this. Why's that? You're giving this ring to me, yet, it could be a little misleading. You're not making any sense. We laughed together, then walked back to the mansion with a spring in our step. We played the day away without a care in the world. Well, that's enough gaming for today. Emily! I forgot she existed, please. Oh, not the Minecraft dance. You up for a movie date? Sure, what do you want to watch? It's a Hitchcock film, I've always wanted to see it. What's it called? The Birds. I've had a blood vessel in my head pop. This woman is bad for my heart, but she never fails to put a smile on my face. Team Penny. Okay, Chalky, you can keep on going for like the depressed girls and all of that. Oh. I want her. That's why we're best friends. We're both just not doing too well. No, Emily is like... Emily's the girl with the blue hair, right? She's so forgettable. I'm sorry. Yeah, well... Okay, you have a point. Shane's different, okay? He's not like the other depressed people. He has blue chickens! Let me have this! Listen, your character's trash. Mine? Perfect. Insane. Like, absolutely no improvements I could ever wish for. Okay? I love Shane so much. I cured his depression. And just like that, that's my last date with Tara. What do you mean? What is wrong with his room? No. Okay, I don't care. Okay, no. I'm blocking you out. Time sure goes by quickly. I thought I'd find you here. Why's that? You tend to come out here when you're lost in thought, is all. You're thinking about how the show's almost over, am I right? How'd you know? Lucky yes. Well, it's not over yet, so don't let up just yet. Speaking of which, how was your date with Tara today? Alright. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I won't pry. I guess 3 dates wasn't enough to see if someone's marriage material, after all. Who knew? Anyway, I'd ask you if you're thinking of choosing her at the end, but I'd rather wait and see how it plays out. You gonna stay out here for long? Nah, I'll probably be going back inside soon. I'll keep you company until then. I figure you might want to have a conversation with someone that won't get you killed if it's not TV worthy. Thanks, Cat. Don't mention it. You know, I'm curious. Let's say I knew I was screwed, that there was no way me getting out of here alive. That the only way left for me to survive was just to run. Would you let me escape? Of course. Thanks, Cat. It means a lot. It's no big deal. We stayed out a little longer before we called it a night. I'm lucky I have someone I can trust on my side. Sure. Okay. Sure you can trust her. I woke up on the floor of the games room. Tara was sleeping on the sofa with one hand still on her game console. We'd spent all night playing games and watching movies like it was our own little sleepover. Pigeons, zombies everywhere. Ah! And then she was up. Let's hope this insane show never gets to the point where Tara's dreams make sense. Oh man, my head's pounding, but I've got no regrets. Me neither. We've got to do this again sometime soon, Noire. You bet. Isn't it time for you to go on a date with somebody else now? Yep, that's just how it is. Alright, have fun. Save some time for gaming with me later, okay? Sounds like a plan. Awesome. Morning, Noire. You'll be happy to know that your third date with Tara yesterday was pretty well received. Not the highest rated we've had so far, but enough to give us some more room to keep going. Sounds good enough to me. For your next date, make sure to pick someone you think the audience will respond well to. Though at this point, I think you're in a pretty good spot either way. Without further ado, Violet. You didn't let me down, Noire. I had my doubts with Violet at first, but now I can see why she's the audience favorite. Don't mess it up. She's the audience favorite? Damn, but I've kissed Allie. We've been so sus. I found Violet in the same place I met her. She was taking out a fresh batch of cookies from the oven. Morning, Violet. I slid next to her and grabbed one of the cookies in one smooth motion. Out, hot. I flung the cookie into my mouth anyway. What the pain. Damn, that was delicious. Oh no. Wait a moment, you silly goose. Yeah? You never fail to make me laugh, Noire. I quite admire that. I did a mocking bow with my arms behind my back and put on my best fancy accent. The pleasure's all mine, milady. Stop you. I wolfed down another cookie. Hell yeah. You do know those are for sharing with everyone, right? I'm part of everyone. What's the problem here? We laughed together at the bit we were performing. That reminds me, Noire. What's up? It's come to my attention that this show will be ending quite soon. Yeah, it is. Oh, do cheer up, please. I don't intend to feel sorry for myself. Instead, I want to use the time that we have left to do something I've always longed to do. And what's that? What I want is to go on a date, the kind that normal people go on. The kind that I've only read about. Having a picnic, watching a movie at the theatre, long walks on the beach, even something like a paint night. And then we can watch the sunset go down together, and it'll be so romantic. Her enthusiasm was adorable. She was practically bouncing around the room like a ping pong ball. I think we can make that happen. Can we now? Which one? Why not all of them? Joe, shut up! Fucking weather meta. Man's just like, no, I'm straight, and then as soon as he sees women, he's like, visibly disgusted. Anyway, let me simp for my women. She's got the most beautiful smile, damn. Really? You've got to be kidding me. You can count on me, Violet, I'll make it happen. Yay! She did a little cheer and dance. Gosh, I can't stop smiling looking at her. That said, I have no idea what to do. Guess this will be touch and go? It wouldn't be fair if you figured out everything. Let me handle the picnic. She pulled out a basket from behind her. You had to join me in the lovely outdoors? I wouldn't miss it for the world, Violet. Slay, Queen. Oh my gosh! She's so pretty! She's so pretty! We walked outside for a while and then settled on a lovely spot with a nice mix of shade and sunlight for our picnic. The way her silver hair caught in the sunlight, it was enough to make you believe in angels. She was so beautiful. Dig in, I've bought plenty. Please don't hold yourself back. I have got to be the luckiest person alive. Save that talk after you try this. I'm letting you have the first bite. Should I be worried? I smiled as she mock-pouted. Just kidding. She laughed and smiled as she spoon-fed me a delicious egg roll. Called it. I'm the luckiest person alive. Not just because the food's delicious, but because you're next to me, Violet. You've made this week so special. I feel the same way, Noire. And there's more where that came from. You're absolutely right. I've got something prepared just for the two of us next. You owe me one, Noire. We both enjoyed the delicious food and conversation over the rest of the afternoon. We walked back to the mansion hand in hand, smiling all the while. Next stop, the only movie theatre on the island. I didn't know we had a room like this in the mansion. You were here this morning. Oh wait, no you weren't. Here you were. I'm not surprised. Tara's pretty territorial about this room from what I've seen and heard. But right now it's our very own private movie theatre. There we go. I did a little jazz hands at the TV. Violet clapped as if I'd just put on the performance of a lifetime. I made a dramatic bow, then took a look at what movies we had in store. Let's see, we have rom-coms, fantasy and medieval movies, war movies, a few superhero movies, and last but not least, a horror movie. Ruh-roh. I'll put on a rom-com. Okay, never mind. From what Violet was saying earlier, this would definitely be her favourite. I started the movie, then went back and sat next to Violet with my arm around her. The story was about a girl who moved to a place called New York to become a writer, falls in love with a boy she meets there, and eventually realises her dream and her love. I'm supposed to know what movie that is, but no, I don't. It wasn't anything special, but Violet was thoroughly entranced for the whole movie. Me, I was more entranced by her. After the credits rolled, Violet practically burst into tears. This was the best movie I've ever seen in my whole life. My whole life! Then how about we take a scene you liked from the movie and turn it into a painting? Oh my gosh, you didn't. Just wait right here for a second. Okay. I had no idea where to find art supplies, but I knew if there was anyone who could, it was Kat. Sorry about that. Kat, I think you know the sitch. You've got some nerve putting this all together at the last minute, but I like that about you. 4. Set up everything they need for a paint night in the main hall of the mansion. Stat. Aw man, I just finished my shift. Even better, you got free time for this. And so we started painting on canvases in the main hall. I'll paint a picture of a scene from the movie. Cock blocking her so hard right now. Ah, there's too many to pick from. Which scene are you painting, Noire? Haven't decided yet. How about you? I'm drawing the scene where the girl runs out in the train to tell the boy that she loves him. It was just so romantic. She sighed like a love-struck teenager. I could tell she was putting her whole heart into her painting. She captured the scene perfectly. As for me, let's just say I was more focused on making the people have the right number of heads and was working from there. An hour or so later, we finished and compared our final artworks. She's an incredibly talented artist. Me, not so much. That was embarrassing, but man, it was worth it just to see her smile and break into laughter. Her laughter was interrupted by a gurgle from her stomach. Mother would punish me for sure if she heard me make that sound, but who cares now? Violet was unstoppable at this point. Is it time for dinner? I do believe it is. I volunteered to cook, but she wanted to go back to the restaurant that we went to on our first date, so we did. Apparently she was trying too hard to be prim and proper back then and didn't actually get to eat as much as she wanted. She ate up a storm. Almost literally. Almost. We spent dinner wolfing down delicious food without a care in the world, and laughing about scenes in the movie and our little artsy adventure. Then we finally went for the long-awaited walk on the beach. We held hands as we walked by the ocean. The waves of the ocean seemed to play music for us as we skirted by. At times we talked without end, at other times we enjoyed each other's company in warmth and silence. Either way, we were as happy as can be. We talked about how the past, the present, and the future were so different than before because of each other. You know, Noire. What? Bro, that's so sudden. If you asked me to marry you right now, without a doubt I'd accept. Ugh. Jeez. Violet, chill. Ouch. Please. I know it sounds quite crazy to say that in such a short period of time, but I just know. She kissed me passionately with everything she had. I'm taken! Oh my god! I mean, I was. I'm technically not, but... No! Stop! And what came next was the perfect ending to our lovely date. Come closer. No! No, don't do that! Sinful! Before marriage? After my date with Violet, I waited around outside until the time I'd expect to see Kat, but she never showed up. I guess she already has enough footage for today. Might as well try to find her. No one's here. Looks like the snacks from before are gone too. Not here either. Ah. Kat was at a table, writing something down at a frantic pace with one hand against her head. Hey, Kat. What's up? Oh, hey, Noire. I didn't see you there. How are you doing? That depends on what you're ominously writing. You just look like someone who just realized I was dead meat. Oh, this? Don't worry about it. Somebody's dead meat, but it's not you. Yay? I'm just kidding. I'm just fixing up some of the balance sheets Tu was working on. Being an accountant was really never in the cards for them, despite what they say. Sit down. I'll be stuck here a while anyway. Sure, sounds good. I sat next to Kat at the table. By the way, can you... I don't think my chat box is working. I've just noticed that. And that is because it's like in the wrong spot, isn't it? So if I move that here... So sorry about that. The entire stream you weren't able to see, like, what's actually been going on. Oopsie daisy. Is that everything I need on here? Should be. Yeah. I sat next to Kat at the table. So, how'd today's date with Violet go? It was alright. Not the way I wanted it to go. I'm sorry to hear that. And then same dialogue again. Anyway, you've done great until now. I don't know if what you've said to each of the girls really is true, but don't stop now. You just have to get through one more day, and you'll finally be able to leave this place. And you'll tell me what my old life was like. Of course. I mean, if I didn't, where would you even go? Fair point. You look like you've got something on your mind. I'm just thinking about tomorrow. You've been getting the best ratings I've ever seen. I just hope it's enough. The rating requirements for the last date and last day are the highest. I'm sure it's gonna be fine, don't worry. I've made it this far, now nothing's gonna stop me from making it to the end. I hope so, for your sake, Noire. So, when I'm out of here, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna move on to the next killer dating show? I didn't know you were my career coach. You wanna know my 5-year plan too? I get the feeling that 5 years from now you'd rather not be here. There is no plan. Sorry if there's too much noise, by the way. Somebody's hoovering. I'm just taking it one day at a time. That's really all anyone can do in this crazy world. Anyway, I gotta get back to work. Good luck, Noire. You'll need it. Thanks, Kat. I'll see you later. Night. Tomorrow's gonna be the last date. I'll need all the rest I can get. Guess I'll call it a night. The performance is coming to a close. The actors and actresses come out one by one, ready to take their bows. I would clap, but I'm waiting for you and only you. Oh, is that all we get? Ooh. Huh? I slept with... The sin. The sin. We walked back from the beach last night, so any rest we could get was very welcome. For several minutes, all I could do was watch her silver hair catch the sunlight. I can't be sleeping with all the women! No! She was the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen. Morning, Noire. Morning to you too, Violet. Do you mind if we just perhaps stay here for a spell? I have a date to get to. Fantastic. He rolled herself towards me and hugged me with all her strength. No take-backs. We laid together in bed all morning. I didn't consent to this. I'm just saying. Enjoying each other's warmth and company. I don't want this moment to end. I simply cannot wait until we leave here together, Noire. Huh? Wait, ooh, she's getting confident here. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. There's a girl I'm about to go on a date with that I've saved to last for a reason. Violet! Oh, it's time for you to spend some time with another girl, no? Yeah, sorry about that. It's in the contract. It's no matter. To bicker about this would be fruitless, to the very nature of the show. Do entertain yourself with whoever today's date will be. But know that anything she could offer would pale to what a queen could. I mean, true, but... You're running out of time, Kit Kat. It's gonna be just fine. Watch. Good morning, Kat. Morning, Noire. How did you sleep? Pretty well, thanks. You bet you did. That bed is worth more than your life. That reminds me. Why can't the staff have the same kind of bed that Noire has? Do I look like I'm made of money? You literally own this island. If I give the staff beds, next thing they'll ask for is minimum wage. No thanks. My god, I feel that. He walked away. So how about that 5-year plan, huh? Maybe the brothers were onto something with this whole accounting thing. Anyway, it's time for your last date with your last soulmate candidate, Ellie. You ready? It's time to make or break. I'm ready as I'll ever be, Kat. Then without further ado, lights, camera, don't get yourself killed. Here's my second favorite. I found Allie by the beach, or more accurately, she came running up to me. You are not gonna believe this, Noire. What's that? Alright. Who took my keys? You got 10 seconds before I take it out of Four's paycheck. Oh, come on. We'll walk and talk. Come on. Well, let's walk and maybe more like run like hell. Four is not gonna be happy when he finds out that I... whatever. Come on, let's go. She grabbed my hand and pulled me with her into the forest clearing nearby. What's going on? You are not gonna believe what I just found. What's that? Well, I was wondering how to top the previous 2 dates when I stumbled upon... wait a minute. It's better if I surprise you. I'm gonna have to close my eyes again, right? I love how fast you learn things, Noire. She was singing as she covered my eyes with one hand and pulled me along with the other. She pulled me along step by step. I can't say I was enjoying it. Oh, I can't say I wasn't enjoying it. Is this a staircase? It feels like metal beneath me. In the middle of a forest. Just a bit more now. Alright. You can open your eyes now. Oh no, it's the place we started. How on earth? We were inside a small plane, the very same one I'd been rudely awakened in on my first day here. What did you even... It was just sitting in the forest, so I thought, why not, right? I have so many questions. Wait a minute, are you... Without bothering to answer me, Allie rushed to the cockpit. Oh crap. Here's to hoping this goes better than the rollerblades. Huh? I wonder what this big red button does. Oh god, get me out of here. I ran for the door, but it was already shut tight. And away we go! The engine of the plane roared as we took off. I slammed into the side of the door. Come on, be honest. You were thinking the same thing. You put a big, juicy red button there, completely unattended, and you expect a good citizen like me not to press it? You're bonkers. you've got a point, but do you have any idea how to fly this thing? Wait a minute. If you're talking to me here, then who's flying the plane? Technically nobody, but... Crash. The right wing of the plane smashed into a tree. We hit it hard enough for it to be slightly deformed. I slammed into the wall yet again. Well, we didn't need that wing anyway. We still had the other one. Just like kidneys. I love her. Forget killer date and death shows. Forget Damien and Kat. Ali was gonna be the death of me. I tried to run to the cockpit, but it was all I could do to stay upright as the plane teetered back and forth. I'm just kidding. I've got this. Ali ran to the cockpit without breaking a sweat. Meanwhile, I did my best impression of a ball in a pinball machine. Alright, I got this. The plane seems to stabilize in a matter of seconds. Oh, thank God. I really thought we were gonna... crash. Oops. Once again, the right wing of the plane smashed into a tree. Somehow it was bent back into its original shape. Not so bad, if I do say so myself. Alright, that was dumb luck and you know it. And now, for the moment you've all been waiting for. We started gaining altitude. Slowly at first, then faster and faster, higher and higher. Before long, we were soaring high above the trees. Ali yelled out in triumph. I joined it and yelled out with glee. Woo. Yay. Huzzah. Woo-hoo. It's a pretty great... It's a... I'm sorry, that all of that shouting just took so much out of me. It's a pretty great feeling, huh? Not dying in a fiery plane crash. Flying free. Without it, what's the point of living? You talking about freedom or flying? Ah, why not both? That said, there's another reason I flew us up here. What's that, Ali? Well, here we go. This is the only place I could find on the island that wasn't booked. No one can eavesdrop on us here. And sorry for the turbulence, but without it, they might have heard me try to disable the bugs in here. Believe me, I looked for a safer place as hard as I could. That's why I got the rollerblades and the boat earlier, to find a safe place to talk as fast as possible. I'm guessing you know what the show is really about then. Unfortunately, yeah. What a bummer, am I right? Unfortunately, I don't think you do. And I can't risk telling you everything either. What? Why? Believe me, you're better off not knowing. What? Ali, what are you hiding? Who are you, really? Look, we don't have too much time before we'll have to land. This thing's already almost out of fuel. Sure enough, we'd already started descending. Please, just trust me. I'm on your side, Noire. I know there's so many lies going on around here, but I really want to help you get out of here. Though I have to admit, it wasn't on my to-do list at first. It's a good thing you're so cute. I'm kidding, jeez. Do you trust me? I trust you. You won't regret it, I promise. So what can you tell me? There's no time. Long story short, there's something on this island I need to find. That the people I work with need. It's life or death, not just for you and me, but for countless others. I came here to save you all, and I won't give up until I have. Though at this point I've done all I can. It's in his hands now. Whose? No time to talk. We're almost back in range of the island's recording network. No matter what, don't tell anybody what happened here. Not even a little bit. Not even if you think you can trust them. Are we clear? Crystal. The plane flew lower and lower. Alright, we're about to be back in the recording zone. What else? Don't do anything I wouldn't do. That really doesn't limit it much. I guess not. After we landed, Kat scolded us for taking the plane. Kat and Ali seemed to exchange more than a few uneasy glances as we got off the plane. As we were walking away, I heard Kat whisper something to Ali. Nice try. And then I saw something I'd never seen before and would never see again. The sky rapidly turned from bright blue to black, as if the water being drowned in the darkest ink. That was hard to read. Oh, here we go again. Something you'd never see again, huh? Then the bright sun in the sky went out like a candle in the wind. Even though I knew I was standing outside, I couldn't even see my hands in front of my face. Then I felt somebody grab me from behind. No, not somebody. There must be several people. They forced me to the ground and cuffed me behind my back. I screamed, but there was no sound. I tried to fight, but there was no way out. I screamed at Ali for her to run as far as she could, but I heard no response. Then, nothing. We're gonna have the same thing we had before. I woke up on an operating table, the kind you'd see in a nightmare. My first instinct was to get up and get off of it as fast as possible, but my neck, hands, and legs were cuffed and pinned down in thick metal braces. I tried to force myself out with all my strength, but the braces didn't so much as budge. Morning, Noire. What's going on, Cat? Get me out of here. I'm afraid I can't do that. And honestly, I'm getting tired of explaining why. Let's just speed this along, shall we? What are you talking about? She placed some kind of helmet on my head. I tried to avoid it, but the brace around my neck made it impossible to maneuver. Please, Cat, don't do this. I could hear the hum of a massive generator turning on behind me. She raised her hand, revealing a trigger switch with a single red button. See you soon, Noire. She pressed it. The curtain closes. You're taking your bow. And when you lift your head, I can see you clearly for the first time. It's you. The one I've been waiting all this time to see. The one who made me dream of a life together far from this island. You've been right by me this entire time. Tomorrow's the day, Noire. You nervous? Who wouldn't be? You've got a point. She reached for my hand and held it tightly. It was her. You sure we should be doing this? I don't want you to be punished just because I want to get out of here. Hey, Cat. We've always been a team, you and me. No matter what, we're in this together. Thanks, Noire. How did things come to this? The escape failed. I've been surrounded, beaten, shot, betrayed. The love of my life, she shot me. I'm bleeding out rapidly. I try my best to slow the bleeding, but it's no use. What did you do to her? I choke out every last word. I didn't do anything. You were too busy making heart eyes at Cat to see where her true loyalties lied. I'm sorry, Noire, but it's true. I don't understand. Why don't you tell him, dear? Damien is my father. I knew you were planning something the moment you came to this island, but you didn't trust me enough to tell me exactly what it was. So I became close to you and told you just what you wanted to hear. And then you told me everything I needed to know. As soon as you told me your plan, there was no way you were ever going to escape from this island. Why are you saying this? Now that's my girl. You really are my daughter. Why? I love that look on your face, Noire. You know, you've got an expression that would be perfect for my next show. And it just so happens we've got an opening just for you. It's no use. I've lost too much blood. The world turned dark. This is the end. Keep him alive. Noire. You might think I'm showing you mercy, but believe me, by the end of this, you're gonna wish that I just let Cat kill you. Why? Why, Cat? Why would you? I barely have time to breathe before the waves pull me under once more. Where am I? I'm underwater? It's so dark and cold. I try to move, but I'm so tired. It takes all my strength to reach my hand out forward. Feels like glass. I'm trapped in some kind of tank. I want to sleep for just a... Is someone there? I can feel somebody's presence. I open my eyes and I can see. Hang on, just a little longer, Noire. Who are you? The woman in front of me looked at me with pity. I don't think it makes a difference what I do. I try to speak, but it's no use. My mouth won't speak the words I want them to. You're awake. I'm so glad, but you're gonna wish you were asleep for this next bit, trust me. And sorry in advance. She moved towards some kind of terminal next to my tank and pressed a button. As if on cue, it was as if every nerve in my body was set on fire. I screamed and thrashed around, but it did nothing to alleviate the pain. Oh, will you look at that? Looks like our hero's got some life left in him. You know, Noire, you're in luck. Usually I'd just kill you for this, but a new opportunity's just opened up and I think you would be the perfect fit. I'm sorry, Noire, but it's true. I don't understand. Why don't you tell him, dear? Damien is my father. Okay, yep. Oh. Always the hero, aren't you, Noire? You should be more worried about yourself. You knew the rules. If you try to escape the island, you die. It didn't have to be like this, but you... I'm done talking. Goodbye, Noire. Hold on just a little longer, Noire. She looked away from me as if she'd heard something. What? I couldn't tell. Shit. They're almost here. We're running out of time. I'm sorry, Noire. I won't be able to give you back all of your memories, but this will have to be enough. She pressed another button on the terminal. I've got to run back to my tank or they'll know something's up. Oh. She pressed her hand against the glass. Hold on just a little longer, okay? I'll get us out of here. Are they like trying to create the perfect TV show or something? The world turned dark. Is it something like that? Whoa. Gary! I've been here before. I'm Noire. I'm on some kind of dating show, Find Love or Die Trying. Ali, she helped me. I've got to find her, You're up early. Most people around here usually need a little more time to wake them up. Cat. I remember now. I tried to escape this island with her. She pretended to be my lover. She betrayed me and shot me too. She's the reason why I'm trapped here. It's only fragments I can remember, but I remember enough to know that she's bad news. We've done this song and dance over and over, more times than I can count by now. I've been in love with and chosen Ali, Scarlet, Terra, Violet, and Yui. Each of them, countless times. Am I a bad person? Come to think of it, I can't remember what happened before the show started either. I need to find Ali, but first, for the problem at hand. If I want to get out of here, I can't let Kat know that I remember what's happened before. Do I have to remember what's... Like if I... Where am I? I've got to play dumb. I know this sounds weird, but do you know where we are? Will she buy it? Walk with me. There's a lot to get you up to speed on. The name's Kat. I'm a producer for a new show, Find Love or Die Trying. And what's your name? I don't remember. Looks like it's the same beginning as usual. Learn about the killer dating show's rules. Meet the girls before the show starts. Yui. I don't remember meeting you before the show, but I'm glad I got to meet you again. It's impossible not to feel happier when I see your smile. You'd think that the staff... I like that it remembers the order that you initially chose for your characters. You'd think that the staff would have learned to cook better by now. There's so much more to you than you show the world, Violet. There we go. Scarlet. You're still hiding that you're reading that magazine with another book. It brings a smile to my face every time. I think I know what happened to you now. You still have no idea what you got into, Terra. Killer dating show or not. I'd love to see the way you see the world. And finally, Ali. You never gave up on getting us all out of here, even after all this time. Howdy, Noire. I hear you're the suitor. Care to join me for a jog? There's a place in the forest I'd love to go for a run around with you. It'd be my pleasure. We went for a jog, exchanging banter like we'd always done when we met each other. The second we got to the unrecorded area of the forest, her smile faded. I'm glad you got the hint, Noire. You haven't given yourself away to anyone yet, right? No, I haven't. As far as Kat knows, I don't remember anything as usual. Hi Jade, thanks for coming along. Sweet. I knew I was right to help you first. Really, thank you so much. I can't thank you enough. I've got to ask, how did you escape the tank in the first place? Honestly, I got lucky. Usually the tank knocks me out right away, but that last time I think something must have bugged out. I saw my chance and I took it. Anything's better than being stuck here forever. I'm sorry I couldn't get all your memories back. Don't worry about it, Ali. All I could ask for is a fighting chance, and you've given that to me. Don't mention it. I mean, duh, I'm hands down the MVP. Anyway, it's about time I tell you the truth, Noire. I'm from the Resistance. You can think of us as a covert group of concerned citizens who have a few bones to pick with the world's current management. And those bones are their necks. Joking aside, we are fighting a war here. The war will be won with information. Information that lives on this island and only here. There was no way that we would ever find this place, not by conventional means. But then we found out about the show. And so they sent you here. Actually, I volunteered. Believe me, the others didn't want me to, but I knew I had to. I was the one with the least to lose. Ali. It was pretty easy getting in, all things considered. All I had to do was write a report that labeled me as suspicious of conspiring against the government, take a few cute selfies, and boom, I was flown here. Didn't go too great since then, though. But that was when I was a lone wolf. I've got you now. And we'll get out of here together. Sound good to you? Sounds like a plan. I haven't even told you the plan yet, but since you're so excited, let's get right to it. There's two things we need to do. One, we need to bring the other girls' memories back. We won't be able to get their trust or work with them until we do. And then we'll need their help for part 2. And what's that? 2, we need to get the fuck out of here. Sounds about right. Easier said than done though. It's gonna take a hell of a lot of setup and coordination. There's a small army of armed and trained staff tasked with keeping us here, not to mention us needing a way off the island. I'll figure it out as we go, but for now, how about you go on a little date with Scarlet today? Of course I will! My little princess. I can do that, but how does that relate to us getting out of here? I'd tell you if you thought you could be a better actor. Believe me, you'll know why later. Anyway, let's head back to the mansion. We don't want Kat to start looking for us. Sounds good to me. You're really something, you know? That's putting it lightly. Noire, there you are. Sorry, I got carried away exploring the island. I've got to be careful around Kat. I know exactly what she's capable of firsthand. Is that so? Well, it's no harm, but you'll have a whole week to explore, you know? You'll get one date with each of the girls for the first 5 days. A little something special for day 6. And then for the final ceremony, where you propose to one of the girls. That sounds like the perfect amount of time to figure out if we're meant together. You'd be surprised. Anyway, let's get the show on the road. Who do you want to spend today's date with? Scarlet. There's just something about her, you know? Always has been. I found Scarlet inside the library, the place I'd most often meet her for the first time. She always looked so happy when she was reading. It did the heart good to try to make her smile in the same way when I talked with her. We became fast friends again. The similarity of our situations might have played a part in that. Still, I'm not sure why Ali insisted on me going on a date with Scarlet today. Sure, getting her memories back will be a huge win, but... Hey, Scarlet, Noire. I'm glad you're safe here. I'm glad you're safe. Things are getting crazy out there. What's happening? I know it sounds crazy, but there is a horde of zombies outside. The Brothers 5 and a lot of our behind-the-scenes help went crazy and... Scarlet, you did this, didn't you? Wait, what? I've been here with the whole time with Noire. I couldn't have. I've never heard of anything like this. Wait, what? It's true. I can vouch for her. We've both been here since our date started. Well, either way, I bet you can create a cure for it, no? I mean, I probably could, but I'd need my equipment. I'm not sure why, but I can't find it anywhere. Follow me. You can use our lab. Hello. We followed Kat to the games room. Kat put her hand against the wall of the games room, revealing a hidden trapdoor. She walked in and beckoned for us to follow. We walked down spiraling stairs for who knew how long. I lost track more than a few times. I remember this place. You should have everything you need in this room to make a cure. Just don't go snooping around. This lab belongs to R&D, and we could all get in trouble if you do. Actually, this place doesn't have everything I need. What else do you need? To build a cure, I'm gonna need a sample of whatever this is. I need a live specimen. I'm sure you can help with that, Noire. I've got, some editing that needs my attention. You got this. And just like that, she was gone. If it makes you feel better, I'll help you catch somebody. Are you sure? If you're the only one who can make the cure, then it might be better for you to stay back. No thanks. There's no way I'm letting you out there alone. I don't want you to think I'm weird, but I've just got this feeling that I'd be pretty good at collecting unwilling zombie specimens. That is weird, but in this case, she's absolutely correct. The memories must be intact, even if they're kept below the surface. Well, let's get on with this. We went back up to the surface. Everywhere we looked was overrun by zombies. We wouldn't stand a chance against a group, so we spent the day trying to split them up, as well as searching for lone wolves. Oh, shoot. I accidentally skipped. How are we supposed to bring him in, though? One bite and we're all finished. I've got just the thing. She pulled out a pair of brass knuckles. Oh my god. Queen. You mind looking the other way for a second? It's embarrassing. Sure, Scarlet. I turned around. I hope your health insurance covers this. Blah. Once more, with feeling. I love her. Are we the bad guys? We dragged him back to the mansion, paying careful attention not to run into any more of the zombies running amok. Scarlet opened the hidden trapdoor in the games room, and I pulled Four's unconscious body in. Oh, my hand slipped, causing Four's body to tumble down the stairs. That poor guy. He just kept going and going. I know, I'll get him. Better get him quick or we're not gonna have a live specimen. Luckily, I managed to catch him pretty quickly. We put him on the operating table for Scarlet to analyze. Interesting. What's up, Scarlet? The virus, it's pretty clear it's man-made. Even more interesting is it looks like something I would make. Not that I've ever made zombie viruses. Yes, you have. It's kind of cute how you try to hide it. He's so cute. Kat, you there? Weird. I thought Kat was supposed to be able to hear us from anywhere on the island. Maybe there's no microphones all the way down here. I was totally not about to say microwaves. I guess so. I was gonna tell her that we've got the cure now. Sweet. Great work, Scarlet. You bet I did. We administered the cure to the floor, and then we went back upstairs together. Kat, are you there? What's up, Scarlet? I've been waiting hours for you guys. You two done yet? We've got the cure now. We'll need your people's help to help administer it. We'll be right on it. Lay low for now, we're coming to get you. In the meantime, Noire, how about you tell me about yourself? It'd be my pleasure. Queen Slay, ah! With Kat's help, we managed to quell the zombie plague, with just enough time left in the day for a lovely dinner with Scarlet. After that, I went on a night walk with Ali, to somewhere safe from prying eyes. You should buy a girl dinner first before you murder her in the woods, you know? I think I found a way to bring the others' memories back. You found their lab, didn't you? Pretty much. Sweet. I wasn't sure how to get back there after they shipped us out of here. So that's a huge win. So, where is it? There's a secret trapdoor in the games room. You just have to press a hidden panel in the wall. That said, how are we supposed to get in without being seen? There's cameras everywhere, and Scarlet and I were only allowed to enter because of the whole pandemic. Don't you worry about that. I've got an inside man. Paul's gonna be helping us override a few cameras and microphones in the mansion with all recordings. That way, we can get in and stay inside long enough to get their memories back without raising any sort of fuss. There we go. The brother that we KO'd today down the stairs? What's that look for? I'm surprised he's still standing after today, to be honest. It wouldn't work with people who go down that easily. Was 4 always working with you? Nope, never until now. But we can't afford to refuse his help. There's so many Fs. I've had him prove he's trustworthy, don't worry. You can count on him. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, we have everything we need for the first part of the plan. Up for a trip down memory lane together? Sounds like a plan. You guys have to see this. Trust me. Alice put her hand against the secret panel. A second later, the wall parted to reveal the winding staircase Four became intimately and repeatedly familiar with. Did Ali prove Four's trust before or after his little trip on the stairs? Whoa, you guys found my secret spot already? I'm sorry, what? I found this place this morning. I sat near the top of the stairs and played for a while. It was more fun to play in the dark. Hold me back, Noire. Ali explained the situation as we walked down the stairs. Sure enough, they were skeptical. Except for Scarlet. Okay, your story makes a little more sense when you come down there. We walked towards the machines in a mixture of awe and fear. The markings on this machine. My father's company make these. Why? They didn't. Not my baby. I'm sorry, everyone. I wish what I had to say wasn't true, but it is. I don't know why we're being kept here, why they film the show over and over, but I know that if we don't escape, and fast, they're gonna kill us, sooner or later. Noire and I are doing our very best to make sure all of us get out of here alive. But to do that, I need you to trust me. Trust you with what? I need you to trust me enough to step back into the tanks they kept you in. For us to escape, we need us to have all of our memories back. Otherwise, you won't trust us enough. I'd have to be quite foolish to just step into this tank because somebody said so. Violet, you can trust her. Excuse me? I know she's telling the truth about this machine because I built this. Ali. This isn't the first time we've met, is it? No, it isn't. We've gotten to know each other quite a few times by now. It's a strange feeling. On one hand, this is horrible. On the other, I'm glad that the machine works. Maybe one day we'll put it to use the way it should be. Alright, I'll trust you. We'll just walk back into the machine? Thank you, Violet. I know it'd be difficult to trust me, so I appreciate it. And there's a machine that should have your name on it. Go into it, and then Noire and I will start the reversal process. I do hope this works. It should, though it might hurt a bit. Do spare me some details, please. I don't really get it, but I trust you, Noire. And besides, I got a thing for big things made out of metal. They're like mecha. Oh my god. Go outside, please, Tara. I guess? Is this gonna hurt? Yeah. It is. Don't be, Noah. I'm happy you wouldn't lie to me. It makes me even more sure to trust you. Here we go, Yui. Let's do this. Alright, they're in their tanks. Let's do this, Noah. On it. Can't I have the rest of my memories back? Even if it was necessary for all of us, the screams from the reversal process were almost more than I could take. Allie and I covered our ears as Violet, Scarlet, Yui, and Terra remembered years of memories in a matter of minutes. After we're all doing this, after doing all this, we'd better be getting out of here. Violet, Scarlet, Yui, and Terra stepped out of the tanks after what must have felt like hours to them. Guys, are you okay? This probably isn't the time to mention it, but I made a bet with 4 about what would happen when they got the memories back. What? What did you bet? I'm gonna watch from a safer distance, if you don't mind. Oh. If looks could kill, the girls that had just gotten out of the tanks would have killed me several times over. Well, none of them like me now. They ran to me yelling and screaming. You 5-timing little cheater! Wait, I can explain. Too late. They were on me like hyenas. Ah! I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It was because of the game, I swear. Now that they've all calmed down, how about we go over the escape plan? It better be good, Allie. For your sake, Noah. Oh god, she's like a yandere though. Oh no. Out with it then. Alright, listen up. Over the next hour, Allie explained her plan from start to finish. Trust me, it's the best we've got. If this is our plan, we're doomed. Uh-oh. Congrats, Noah. You've made it to day 2. You really gave our audience a run for their money yesterday with Scarlet. And that's before we got the zombies involved, believe it or not. I'm glad to hear that. I will absolutely choose Scarlet at the end of this. Oh. Is it not letting me just choose her straight away? Kat said that low ratings during the show could end up with them shutting it down early. If that happened this time, then game over. And the only reason why we're able to make these moves right now is because Allie's machine glitched out. Who knows if that would ever happen again. There's no room for error. She's definitely my number 1 right now, but who knows? We'll have to wait and see, but I've got a really good feeling about her. I like the sound of that. But do you know what I like even more? Drama. And what better way to start that fire than a full-day date with another woman? If it ain't broke. So, who's it gonna be? Have you ever noticed that there's only one room in the mansion that's locked? Nope, not even a bit. Really? It's by the games room and it's not the hidden one. I'm starting to understand why you've been stuck here all this time. I was snooping around that night, looking for snacks, when I saw Kat open it, using a black key that she kept on a keyring in her pocket. It's definitely a master key. I've seen her use the same key both in the mansion as well as on other buildings. Sounds like it'd be pretty good to get our hands on that. Exactly. If you give me that key, even for a minute, I can make a mold of it that we can use as a duplicate key. I'm betting that it'd be pretty helpful for helping us get out of here, to put it lightly. That's awesome, but wouldn't Kat notice her master key going missing? You're absolutely right, especially if you or I try to take it. I'm feeling a butt coming. But it won't be you or I taking it. Tomorrow, ask to take Yui on a date. Let me go and get Yui. By the end of tonight, you'll both understand why it has to be you two. I'd say he sounds like a plan, but I have no idea what's going on. Okay. Trust me, Noir. When have I ever been wrong? I could list every single date we'd ever been on as evidence. Those don't count. Yui. There's just something about her, you know? We'll make it happen. Oh god. It was the first date since getting all of the girls' memories back. We went out for a walk in the woods, the same date we had when we truly had met again for the first time. It was a little awkward at first, figuring out how not to give away what we knew on camera, but we figured it out pretty quick. It's so nice to see you again, Noire. I feel the same way, Yui. After all this time, it's got to be fate, hasn't it? It must be. To be honest, I feel like things are going a little over my head. The show, meeting you again, everything, it's just moving so fast. Oh, your canned ravioli... Oh! I don't think that's a Spanish flag. Okay, bye! Thank you for joining. Sometimes I feel like everything's just moving too fast for me to keep up. But with you, everything feels right. Like I know it's gonna be okay. Would it be okay if we just spent today this way? She leaned in closer and put her arms around me. I wouldn't have it any other way, Yui. Wait a minute. What about getting the master key? I can tell from your face what you're thinking about. Don't worry. I've got that covered. Bun bun bun. Oh, he's a weapon. Who's a good boy? You're a good boy. She picked him up and hugged him tight. It was impossible not to smile. Almost forgot. Hunt. Bun let out her arms and dashed towards the mansion. And with that out of the way, how about we walk for a little bit longer? What just happened? She reached for my hand and then held it tight. I like that. We walked and talked for hours. When we took breaks, we laid next to each other on the grass, talking about anything and everything. Yui's a lovely girl. At times, I remember how dire the situation we were in, and I couldn't help but freeze up. But with Yui, I'm never afraid to show those fears. I'm never afraid to face those fears. She makes me braver with just a smile. Even when she couldn't ask directly about what was on my mind, she found ways to comfort me despite that. And in turn, to make her smile made me feel lighter than air. A life with her would be wonderful. I've got to make sure to get all of us out here safe. Noire? Yeah? I love you, Noire. I hope we can spend another day like this, soon. I'd like that. We walked back to the mansion together, hand in hand, and then went our separate ways. Noire, you would not believe what happened to me today. What happened, Cat? I got attacked by some kind of forest monster. It was at least 10 feet tall, had monstrous teeth, and there was at least 5 of them. It took everything I had not to laugh. Luckily, I managed to fight them off without any permanent injury. I made sure that 4 deleted the footage, but shit was so embarrassing and traumatic. That's good to know. This is the worst run yet, man. What do you mean? Oh, nothing. I've just had a long day. I'll bet. You should get some rest while you have the chance. 5 forest beasts is nothing to sniff at. You're making fun of me, aren't you? Not at all, Cat. Forest beasts affect 1 in 10 people. It could happen to you. Right. I'll see you later, Noire. Good night. Mission success! I can't believe that worked. How did you train your pet bunny to do all of that? It's all thanks to our special training last night. I may have made a few contracts with a few devils from the forest, but... I'm sorry, what? I'm half kidding, don't worry about it. Which half? Are the keys ready to use? Not yet, which sucks. It's gonna take a little while longer for our makeshift blaster to set. Where'd you get the blaster from, by the way? Believe me, knowing more about how we got it will not make you any happier as a person. I'm cool with not knowing. Anyways, the keys will probably be usable by tomorrow morning, but you'll have to have your next date by then. We'll test them out as soon as it's night tomorrow. Sound good? Sounds good to me. Awesome. Let's go, team. How about you let the rest of the girls know, Noire? Ball's disabled the audio recordings in the house at night, so we should be good to talk back up there. I'll let them know. I walked back up to the staircase, back to the mansion. Where are they? Ah, I can hear some sounds from the kitchen. I'll make my way over. Hey, Violet. How are you? Goodness. Apologies, Noire. I didn't see you there. You seem pretty deep in thought. What's on your mind? Besides the, say, hundreds of different versions of memories of the same week, I'm worried for the people back home. Yui has her sisters to worry about, although she tries not to burden anyone with that feeling. Everyone has family out there, and who knows what's happened to them in the last, well, however long we've been trapped here. I've never gone along with my parents that well, but even so, they must be worried sick. I'm sure they're doing fine, Violet, and they're going to be so happy to see you again. You're right, Noire. Though there's no way you could know that for sure, could you? I guess so, but we've got to believe, right? I suppose you're right once again, Noire. When we finally escape this dreadful place, I'm going to hold them so tight. It's kind of funny. What is, Violet? I told you I had a twin sister, right? Yeah, her name's Viola. That would be her. She was always my parents' favorite. You know the type. She came first in just about everything, while I did not. Even so, we got along just fine. I was proud to call her my sister. Then there was an accident. She saw the car before I did. She moved to protect me before I could, and in the end, she was hit before I was, and she died for it. I'm so sorry, Violet. Before then, I had no problem being second place to her. But for her sake, just that one time, I wish I'd come first. I'm oversharing, aren't I? I apologize. It's been a... Yeah, no trauma dumping in the group chat, please. It's okay, Violet. Just say what you're feeling. You're kind, Noire. It's something I adore about you, you know? After Viola died, I did my very best to live up to the standard she set for my parents. You can probably guess how well that went. I wasn't as good as running the business, or appearing prim or proper, or even things like finding a partner. It's a little embarrassing. Really, that's the whole reason why I came here. My parents saw an ad for the show and thought it might help me. Or perhaps they wanted to kick me out of the house to make more room for my new baby brother. I couldn't resist the chance for them to support me for once. At times I feel like I can't do anything right. Look at how this show has developed. This is a nightmare in every regard. Violet. Yes? Give her a big hug. You're an incredible woman, and believe me, there's nothing you can't do. I've seen you put the fear of God into the brother's fire and make delicious meals that some people would probably kill for. Even if this is a nightmare, it's one we're gonna get out of together, and we wouldn't be able to do it without you. You are too kind. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. But enough about me. Have you remembered anything about why you came here? Unfortunately, I haven't, but I'm hoping that the Master Key we pilfered will help with that. I hope so, for your sake. In the event where it does not provide any answers, my precious offer about finding you help outside of here to get your memories back stands. Thanks, Violet. I really appreciate that. It's the least I could do. I still fancy you quite a bit, you know? I know it's not the time or place, but maybe when we get out of here, perhaps you'll join me for, say, a lovely cruise around what's left of the world. I'm looking forward to that day. As am I. We talked for a few moments longer before retiring for the night. For once, I lay in bed not worrying about being killed. For once, I was excited about what tomorrow would bring. It's only up from here. Noire? Allie? What are you... Never mind that. You've got to come down to the lab. What is it? We found something, and I know you'll want to see it. She reached for my hand and pulled me as we ran. The other girls were already there, crowded around a table with a pile of folders on top of it. What's going on? I was just looking around the lab when I stumbled across these. There are files. I didn't read anyone's but my own, but I have to warn you. Caution was the last thing on all of our minds. Most of us scrambled to find our own file, except for Yui, who was already holding hers, and Allie. Weird. There's no file for me here. I double-checked, but there was nothing for me. Guess I'm not getting any answers today. Allie slowly walked to the pile, found her own, and then opened it in one fluid motion. Interesting. What is it? Allie Major, sent to the island for being suspected of committing treason against the government. Selected for the experimental show for fitting the sporty girl archetype. We needed one of those. It's good to know this whole get-up was a good idea. Did you know I actually fucking hate sports? I'd never seen Allie look so angry. Let's see, they got all the fake information I gave. That sounds about right. What is it? They've been taking extremely detailed notes on me for every single run of the show for the past 2 years. What I've done, things I've said in private or with others, they've got notes down here to how and when I brush my teeth. How I react differently to when they change the show or tell me different things, or... We're nothing but lab rats to them. It's true, and it's my fault. What do you mean? If I hadn't invented this machine in the first place, none of this would have ever happened. It's not your fault. You really wanted to help people, and that was a great thing. Whoever used your invention for this is to blame, not you. If you say so, Noire. My file says that they wiped my memories and put me on the show to make sure that nobody else could build this technology. I can't even begin to understand how that could be a reason for causing all of this. I'm not sure we'd even want to understand the people who run this place. The room fell silent. I wanted to crack a joke to ease the tension, but it was impossible. Thank goodness. Wait, what? I'm surprised to hear you say all that, Yui, all things considered. Sorry, I know how that must have sounded. Sorry, guys. Mine's the same as Allie's. They've tracked, measured, and commented on so many things about us. So many times. It feels so violating. But it's not all bad. Did I ever tell you why I came on this show, Noire? No, why's that? I forgot. I wasn't allowed to tell you that was one of the conditions. To be completely transparent, the reason was money and nothing but that. It was hard enough to take care of myself without my parents, let alone 2 sisters and a whole farm. I remember now, it was Kat who reached out to me. She told me that if I came onto the show, my sisters and the farm would be taken care of for life. I know this is all horrifying, but I'm just glad she held up her end of the deal. Even if I might die here and never see them again. That's too depressing to think, Yui. We're gonna get out of here, and we're gonna see your sisters again, together. Thanks, Noire. I like that. I'm curious, Yui. What kind of archetype did they list you as? The girl next door? Damn, that sounds a lot better than gaming gremlin. Yui, Scarlet, Allie, and I laughed. At times like these, having a mood lifter like terror around was critical. I looked at Violet, who had been silent this entire time. She was trembling. Violet, are you... Please, God, don't let this be true. Violet fell to her knees and sobbed with her hands against her face. I rushed to her side. Are you okay, Violet? Violet threw a folder against the floor, causing the papers inside to scatter through the room. Nothing is okay, Noire. It doesn't matter if I get off this island or not. I'm not like you. I have nothing to go back to, no one to stand by me. There's nothing for me either way. Violet, wait. She ran to the stairs. Her sobs echoed through the staircase and through the lab. I moved to follow her, but Yui stopped me. I think she might need some time alone, Noire. I didn't mean to look, but after a paper scuds around the room, maybe you should just read it. Yui handed me the papers that were in Violet's file. Violet Valentine is a special case. Otherwise unremarkable, but she's the daughter of Edgar and Vane Valentine, one of our primary investors. It is my understanding that they have recently had a son and want for him to be the next heir after Violet passed. Edgar and Vane sent their remaining daughter, Violet, to us, full well knowing what the show would entail. They paid us an incredible sum to make sure that she does not return from the show. Even for me, this is too cruel. It was too hard to keep reading. I closed the folder and just stared open-mouthed at Yui. There were no words. I knocked on Violet's door later that night, but it was no use. Please, just leave me alone, Noire. I'm so sorry, Violet. Even if she opened the door, I would have no idea what I was supposed to say. What could anyone say? I was wrong. Not only up from here. There's a long way down. It's hardly a surprise, but I didn't sleep well last night. Who could after what happened? And just like that, we're on to day 3. I gotta thank you, Noire. You're making my job easy. I actually get to spend my nights doing productive things now. I'm happy to help with that, however that works. You alright? You don't seem to have your usual energy. Careful, Noire. One slip up with Cat and this is all over. I'm good. Thanks, Cat. I just didn't sleep too well. Happens to the best of us. Anyway, it goes without saying that Yui is definitely a contender for the final ceremony. We'll see. I'm not so sure just yet. Oh really? That is a surprise. Well, not my problem. Anyway, who's today's unlucky girl? So, who should I be asking on a date tomorrow? Honestly, joking aside, I think you should ask Violet. Really? I don't think she's in any shape to put on a good show. I mean, we need all of us to be able to work together well to get out of here, right? I don't think Violet would be able to until she's feeling better. And what better way to do that than for a date to make you feel special? Tara does have a great point. I always make great points. Like seeing if we could arm wrestle one of the zombies Scarlet made. That went great. Oh, I remember that. Wait, I was the zombie. That was not a good idea at all. Can I take my vote back? What do you think, Noire? I like the idea. We could kill two birds with one stone. I'm sure there's something that we could do to help us to escape, that we could only do on a date with Violet. I've got it. Tomorrow, you'll be going on a date with Violet. Here's what you've got to do. Before that starts, I'm just going to be like 2 seconds. I'm going to pour myself some water. I think I'm starting to get sick. I hope I'm not. I'm going to pray that I'm not. But I will be right back. Sorry for the wait, I've returned. Oh, gosh. My throat was like really starting to hurt. I don't know if you could tell from my voice. Oh. Hydrated queen, yes I am. So we're going on a date with Violet. Woo woo! I've always wanted to spend more time with her, and there's no time like the present. We'll make it happen. I do have one small request though. What's that? And will it give me ratings? I think it will. Then let's hear it. I've noticed Violet being a little down lately, so I wanted to cheer her up. I heard that she really likes cooking, especially in groups. Would you mind if we cooked with the staff at noon? I don't see why not. Let's hope it goes better than the last time. Oh, hi Noire. Why did you bring me here? I'm in a bit of a predicament. You see, I may have made an irresponsible bet. I did not take you for a gambler. Well, I'm not, but the thing is, I heard the cooks bragging they were the best chefs on the island. But hey, I've tried the food you've made before. I know nobody else could come close to how good you are. So I may have challenged them all to a competition in your name. You are ridiculous, Noire. Violet laughed out loud. There's that smile I like so much. It was nice to see it again. Are you being serious? Dead serious. In a few hours, hundreds of staff are going to come here. Some of them just challenging cooks, some of them as judges, and the rest of them looking for lunch. All of them hungry. Think you're up for the challenge? I am ready to crush the opposition. They were rude the day they challenged me. That's the Violet I like to see. Anyway, what is the theme of this contest? I can't tell you just yet. It'll be announced when it's cooking time. I do like a challenge. Would you care to stay with me as I prepare for the festivities? Of course, Violet. Thank you, Noire. I know why we're doing this, and I appreciate it. I'm not ready to talk about it just yet, but I feel happier already knowing that you are looking out for me. I'm glad to hear that. We spend the time before the contest just talking about pleasant things completely unrelated to the show, completely unrelated to anything of consequence. Sometimes, when bad things happen, what you need most is just a semblance of normalcy. By the time noon rolled around, hundreds of staff members were filling up the kitchen. I don't want to face you, Violet, but I will if I must. Oh, you're challenging me. Like a snail challenging the mighty eagle. You have my respect. Is it too late to change sides? You're going down, Violet. We're the Brothers Five, the best chefs on the island. What's that too? What I meant to say is, wow, you really are the best chef on the island. That's right. Damn it, bros. You can't let her intimidate you like this. If we do, she's already won. Say something, Paul. We will meet on the culinary battlefield, Violet. You may have my brothers running for the hills, but not me and Five. Come at me. Let us brandish our forks against each other. Five, do you have anything to say? Wait, what's happening? I do hope you'll entertain me, brothers. Violet raised the pan towards them. Let us begin. It is time for the cook-off to end all cook-offs. Each cook will cook their own version of a mystery dish, a dish that I will soon reveal for the first time ever. There's gonna be cookies. The judges will be everyone who is not a contestant. You must be joking. There's hundreds of people here. How could we ever feed everybody? That's not my problem. And I definitely didn't come up for the rules for this tournament on the spot. Liar. Violet laughed once more. That was enough to keep the charade going. The mystery dish, oh, never mind, will be spaghetti and meatball. Like taking candy from a baby. Not this again. Oh god, I think I'm gonna faint. One collapsed on the ground. One down. 4 to go. I knew we should have been accountants. Why are we fooling ourselves? You each have 1 hour. No late submissions will be accepted. Let the games begin. The contestants that were still conscious rushed off to gather ingredients. How are they going to make that much food? I'm sure they'll figure something out. I watched each of them cook furiously at breakneck speed. Violet was hard at work, sweat streaming down her face with the biggest smile I'd seen her have all day. I couldn't help but smile as well. At the same time, 4 was trying to cook his spaghetti with only a microwave. I'm not sure this will be too much of a contest. 1 minute left! Violet filled hundreds of laid-out bowls with spaghetti and meatball in a matter of moments. If you blinked, you'd miss her finish a whole row. Each looked both delicious and artistic. You would have thought a cook would have spent much longer than an hour putting each of them together. 5 settled on making about 4.5 bowls. I guess everyone has their own pace. Time's up. It's time to judge. The crowd cheered as they stampeded to the laid-out bowls. They were practically salivating. After everybody wolfed down bowls from each of the contestants, they submitted their vote. The people have spoken. And with a resounding majority, our first ever winner of Best Chef on the Island in the Middle of Nowhere award is Violet. The crowd cheered, and myself included. I did it! Me! I did it! Violet jumped up and down with joy. I felt like a kid in a candy store just from one look at her. You won fair and square. You should be proud of yourself. Yeah, your food was the best I've ever had. Though if you consider our living standards, that doesn't mean too much. Hey, I just had an idea. What if we get Violet to cook for the staff at lunch instead of us? Seriously? It's been 2 years since we've had real food. What's that supposed to mean? Honestly, I think it's a great idea. I know I hide it well, but I really have no idea what I'm doing in the kitchen. No way, bro! Violet and I took one look at each other and couldn't help but laugh. I would love to, you guys. The crowd's enthusiasm reached a level of uproarious applause. Oh goodness, you're all too kind. I put an arm around her and smiled. Guess you've got a new job now, Violet. I guess I do. Violet leaned in to kiss me on the lips. Oh my god, no, I'm taken! Ah, gosh. For a moment, time stood still, and the only thing you could hear was the crowd's cheer getting even louder. Violet, Violet. We laughed together. I've had so much fun today, Noire. Thanks to you. Care to join me by the beach after we clean this place up? Sounds like a plan. I will see you there then. Hey. She reached a hand out to mine and I held hers tight in return. Hey, Violet. You really gave them a great show today, you know? I couldn't have done that without my ever-so-charming television host. We walked along the beach, our feet bare in the inviting water of the ocean. Really, I am so grateful to you, Noire. Last night, finding out what my parents did, that was the lowest point I'd ever been to. I held her hand even tighter. Honestly, I didn't see a way out, escaping the island or not. Everything seemed like a dead end. But today, you helped me to remember that even without them, I've still got me. And I like me quite a bit. You really are incredible, Violet. That was all you. With you. Violet mumbled something under her breath. Sorry, what was that? Oh, sorry. Let me try again. I know I'd be fine on my own, but I'd like me better if I was with you. When we get out of here, I do hope you join me for that cruise. She kissed me again. It felt like magic. Stop! You're making me look like a cheat. I mean, I am, but you're making me look really bad here. Violet, She put her finger against my lips. Shh. I know it's not quite the time for this conversation yet. But please do remember what I've said when this is all over. Do you mind if we walk for just a little longer? I don't want this to end. I'd like that. We walked together till the dead of night. There was nothing less than magical. Just after we came back, a huge storm hit outside. We just missed it. I hope you two enjoyed your day today. I'm sorry to interrupt, but it's about time we get the show on the road. Ali took out the master key from her pocket, span it around the ring with her finger, and then put it in the locked door. And we're in. She turned the lock and pulled the door open. Whoa, the door's a little heavier than I thought it'd be. It must be soundproof or something. Whatever, let's go. Oh man, not another staircase. They would have saved so much money if they just put this on the main floor. But it wouldn't be very secret then, would it? Secret schmeekret is behind a closed door. I guess you have a point. Though there was another staircase, it wasn't nearly as long as the one to the lab. We'd been walking down the steps for only a few moments when we saw where they led. This has to be it. What's it? A while back, Kat told me that all the information on this island was stored in books, that they didn't use anything digital or with the internet. I think I remember that too. Well, it's bullshit. They're an evil corporation intent on world domination through fear and control. Of course they have internet. And I think we've just found a way into their closets, skeletons and all. Sounds like a pretty big deal. That's an understatement. The information in here could change the tide of the war. It could give the resistance a real fighting chance, I think. But there's more to that, too. What do you mean? My dad, mom, and my brother got taken by these guys a long time ago. I don't know if they're still alive. I was too young to really understand what was happening. If there's anything that could help me find them again, or at least find out what's happened to them, it's in this computer. That was the real reason I came here, the whole reason I risked everything. What if it doesn't have what I'm looking for? What if... Ali. Yu ran to Ali's side and hugged her tightly. It's gonna be okay. You believe in me, right? She took deep breaths. I'm sorry you had to see that. I'm okay now. Thanks, Yui. I didn't do anything. They're in love. Let's do this. I looked to Violet as Ali prepared to turn the computer on. She looked concerned as I did, but we couldn't let it show. The screen lit up with a single message. Password required. Well, I did think it was going a little too smoothly. I'm not giving up just yet, though. She tried a few different passwords on the keyboard, but none of them worked. Damn it. I bet only Damien and Kat know this, and there's no way we could just ask them. Silence fell upon the room. It can't end like this, it just can't. I've got an idea. It's not going to involve wrestling zombies again, is it? Hey, I've had better ideas than that. What I mean to say is I think I have a way to crack the code. I'm a programmer. I can make something that could try all the possibilities for the password. It'd take some time, especially if it locks me out after too many attempts, but eventually I'd get the password. But there's no guarantee we'd get the answer before the show was over. It's a lot better of a shot than I thought we had. Ali ran over to Tara and hugged her tightly. Thank you, you awesome little you. This is nice. Feel free to compliment me more. In the meantime, the rest of us can try to figure out what the password could be as well. That reminds me. I need to tell you guys something important. What's that? I have our escape plan. She took out the master key and held it out for us to see. There's a hidden hangar I found on the beach, just a little further from where I first found the plane. Now that we have this key and we know that it works, we can use it to disable the hangar's security, commandeer a plane, and then fly us the hell out of here. We practically jumped for joy. I can't believe it. We're almost out of here. It's been a long time coming. Well, soon, but not just yet. With the storm raging, there's no way we're getting anywhere tonight, at least of all off the ground. But if there's clear skies tomorrow night, that's where we'll be. What about the computer? Don't you need to crack it before we go? Yeah, what about your family? Well, that'd be the ideal case. But honestly, I've gotten to know you guys and care about you guys, and I've decided that it's more important to save the people I care about that are right in front of me than chase a pipe dream. No, I won't accept it. If I were in your shoes and I was looking for my sisters and I just gave up looking for them, I'd regret it forever, and I know you would too. But I can't ask you guys to stay here any longer. We're in danger if we stay here. Yui speaks for us too. To have family that you really care about and that cares about you too, you can't give up on that. We're not going anywhere until we crack that code, even if it takes till the last day. You guys... No, I can't allow it. I won't take that chance with your lives. I'm not backing down on this. What do you think, Noire? I guess we take this chance? Yeah. I think you need this. Guys, take a chill pill for a second. I am a programming god. Best of the best. I am gonna have that code cracked by tomorrow, and that is a promise. But don't worry, okay? I love you guys. Thank you so much, really. Why are you thanking all of us? I'm the one who has to write the code and shit. We laughed together, something that I thought might have been impossible after the initial bad news. We're in this together, and we're getting out together. No one gets left behind. After we called it a night, I laid in bed, deep in thought. Who'd have thought I could have ended today feeling inspired after everything that happened last night? We've got this. Noire, one more thing before we turn it in for the night. What's up, Tara? I got caught up in the heat of the moment earlier, and, oh no. I've got no idea. No, I do not like where this is going. How to do this, because, I remember that I know... I remember that I know all about hacking videos of people typing really fast and saying I'm in, and... I practically flew out of bed. Thank God, it was just a nightmare. Well... Okay, that's good. What does it take to get a good night's sleep on a killer dating show? Come on. One second. Sorry for that. What are you smiling about? Things are going well. Here's to hoping it stays that way. Well, don't get too comfortable. You've still got a few days left and then it's back to the regular. I'm looking forward to that. I bet sooner or later, or better sooner than later, you cost too much to keep around. Anyway, the million-dollar question. Who's today's lucky girl? That would be... So tomorrow it's either gonna be Tara or Ali. It's probably best if we go with Tara. But doesn't Tara need time to crack the code? Nah, I've already finished making the code breaker. It's trying every password as we speak. No guarantee it'll finish before we're both done with our dates, but... Yeah, we've both done our dates, but it's worth a shot. Thank you, Tara. Don't worry about it. Besides, I think it's better if we save your date for last. Why's that? I don't know, you're some super spy from some super secret organization. You've definitely got bigger heist potential than I do. I don't know about that, but sounds good to me. I'll use the time to prepare some contingency plans. Scarlet, Violet, Yui. I'm gonna need you guys for this. I'll happily provide assistance. You bet. I'll help however I can. Sweet. Alright, right. Noire. What's up? I didn't just build a codebreaker. I built a game that works with it too. What do you mean? She handed me a console. I just whipped it up real quick. It looks like a code-breaking game, but really, it works directly with the computer we found. If you get the password right in this game, we'll have access to the computer. Make sense? Amazing. I can't believe you whipped up something so fast. It wasn't hard. It was just a big middle finger to my mom, who thought all of my screen time was a waste of time. Anyway, I figure we can play this game here and there during our date, try whatever passwords come to mind. Obviously not for the whole date because ratings and all, but as much as we can. Are you sure this will work? Trust me, when have I ever been wrong? She cackled maniacally. Let's hope this works. Is that so? We'll make it happen. Try not to spend all of it playing games though. Believe it or not, that isn't what viewers want in a primetime slot. No promises, but I'll try my best. It ain't much, but I'll take it. Sorry, Cat, that's pretty much the plan. Hey, Noire, you want to play some games? I'd love to, but Cat wants us to do some other games. It is sweet. There's no stopping Terra when she puts her mind to something. We started playing together in the games room while making pleasant conversation. Normal enough to seem like a regular conversation, cryptic enough to disguise what we're trying to do. Even if Terra and I never went on crazy adventures like I did with Ali, it didn't make moments with her any less special. If I forget that we're trying to hack into some confidential database, this really is like a fun day at home with your partner. How about Terra is the best? It's worth a shot? Nope, doesn't work. The nerve. Terra rules? No, that's a miss. Was the T capitalized? Maybe had a 1, 2, 3 at the end of it. Thank goodness we have the code breaker running in the background. Time to switch gears. Let's give Cat some footage to work with to keep us alive. Good God, Noire, why the sun? Ah! Go on without me. Okay, maybe this wasn't the best idea. This is what happens when you bottom dwellers go outside for the first time. That is exactly what happens. Happy New Year. Some way or another, we always end up back inside the mansion, huh? And there's nothing wrong with that. I guess you're right. Up for a few more rounds of the game we just played? Sure. How about Damien Black sucks? Nope, doesn't work. Cat Black sucks? Not that either. How about Noire? Oh come on, now you're just guessing. Like I wasn't before. Well, I'll try it. Ooh. The two of us looked at each other like the deer in the headlights. What? We cheered as if our favourite team just won at a sporting event. Wait a minute, why would the password be your name? That doesn't make any sense. My guess is as good as yours. Maybe we'll find out tonight. I hope so. Well, I think I've had enough of games for today. I never thought I'd hear you say that, Terra. I'm full of surprises. We can spread the good news after. How about we try something new today? Something outside? Sounds like a plan to me. Awesome, let's go. We ended up going back inside a minute later, but the rest of the day with Terra was still a lot of fun. And we're in. The password prompt closed with a satisfying ding ding. Whoa, there's a lot of stuff in here. Why would there be a folder called homework? Well, that is definitely a porn folder name. Terra was about to open it until Ali intervened. Do you mind if I take a look? Ah, forgot why we were here for a second. Sure. Let's see. Ali started going through the folders, databases, reports, anything that could be useful. At the same time, Terra started downloading all of the files to her console. Doesn't look like there's anything here about why my name was the password. All the rest of us could do was give Ali and Tara the space they needed. Seems like it's only going to be up from here, team. I was worried for Ali, especially if we couldn't get into the computer, but it looks like we got it after all. It's too soon to say anything, but I do hope you're right. Let's not jinx it. So, what's the first thing you're gonna do when we're out of here? I thought we weren't going to jinx it. I'm gonna get straight back to helping people the way I know best. Nothing's changed in that regard. That is a lovely aspiration. Do me a favor and make sure your inventions don't get used on yourself again, okay? I mean, it's not like I was trying to. I admire how you can be so sure. As excited as I am to leave this place, I'm not quite sure what I'll be doing after. That's totally okay, Violet. That's part of the fun of life, just figuring it out as you go. I suppose so. Violet looked at me and smiled. That's pretty much my plan at this point too. Guess who's back, bitch? What Tara wants to say is, we did it. I've got everything I need to help turn the tide of the war, and I know where my family is, and they're alive. I'd never seen Ali so happy. She jumped towards me and hugged me. Oh, that's fantastic. That's such a relief. I'm so happy for you, Ali. Good job. You cracked the code, not all at once now. I couldn't have done it without you guys. Thank you so much. We didn't have to wait this long to leave, but you guys did it for me and my family. I can't ever thank you enough. She pulled out the master key from her back pocket and swirled it around in her right hand. You guys ready to get out of here? Actually, I was thinking of staying here for the rest of my life. Not having internet is the best thing ever. I couldn't agree more. Let's get out of here. After you, Ali. What about my last date? We followed Ali out of the mansion, through the forest, and over the hangar. Or to the hangar. Whoa, I did not see this. Granted, I don't go outside. I don't blame you, it's pretty out of the way. Not that we have to worry about it now. You're too confident. Ali pulled out the master key and swirled it around her right hand. She walked to the door of the hangar and put the key into its lock. She tried to turn it, but it didn't work. She tried a few more times, but the lock refused to budge. I don't understand. I've seen Kat use this key everywhere, including here. They must have changed the locks. Does this mean we're stuck here? I don't... It was rare that Ali tripped over her words. It hurt to see her so defeated. I don't know. An uncomfortable silence fell over us. Am I gonna die here? Or all of us? No. We are not out of this just yet. I refuse to give up again. But we can't get into the hangar. There's no way to break in without triggering the alarms. For now, yes, but getting in later is a different story. If I remember correctly, when you went on a third date with Noire, whenever you went on a third date with Noire, you would fly in a plane together. Well, I'm assuming the plane was you two. It's just like you to try something crazy and drag Noire in. I can't refute that. That was definitely us. How we never died on those plane rides, I'll never know. That means the staff don't mind if you take the plane during the date, which means that we should be able to ask for the key temporarily. We'd still be able to get into the plane. It just has to be during tomorrow's date. There'd be way more staff around than usual, but we'd still have a chance. Exactly. The rest of us can be relatively close by, perhaps at the beach, to avoid suspicion. Then when you get the plane, we run over, you pick us up, and we are out of here. This could work. It's better than how my plan turned out anyway. I was worried for a second there, but it was for nothing. We've got this. We'd be in a tight spot without you. It is a team effort. Without each of us here, we'd be stuck here with no chance of escape, I'm sure. Speak for yourself, I'm sure I could get out of here on my own. You would shut down the second you reach the beach, Tara. On second thought, maybe teamwork does make the dream work. We laughed together. The mood was infinitely better than it was just a few moments ago. We spent the rest of the night talking through the details of the plan, including what we'd do if the unexpected happened. One thing was for sure though, we weren't giving up on getting out of here. It all ends tomorrow. Wow, is everyone excited? Ah! What do you know, Noire? You actually made it to the last one-on-one date. How are you feeling? Pretty good. I'm excited to see how a date with Ali will be. Oh, you've got a real surprise in store. She has all of us in the crew working extra hard to prepare a special date for you. And by all of us in the crew, I mean the Brothers 5. How about you go find her, spend some time together while we set things up for you? Sounds like a plan, Cat. Let's see. Oh, looks like she's by the beach. Guess that's where I'm headed. Don't do anything we can't air. Murder is okay, but God forbid someone takes their top off. I waved to Kat as I went on my way. Just as Kat said, Ali was by the beach. She was looking out at the ocean. Morning, Ali. Noire, it's always nice to see you. The difference between Ali's voice during the day and night was like day and night. I guess we do have to worry about the cameras, but still, it takes some getting used to. I know it's going to be tough to top your previous dates with all the other girls, but I think I have a good shot. I'm looking forward to it, Ali. You better be. We've been saving the best for last. She reached for my hand. Walk with me? I reached for her outstretched hand. I'm getting worse and worse at reading as the stream goes on. I hope you've noticed. The two of us walked around the beach for a while, getting to know each other. So, what'll you be doing when the show's over? First thing I'm gonna do is say hi to my family again and make them a nice dinner. I'm sure that they've gone sick with worry in the week since I've been gone. I wonder what they're thinking now. It's been at least 2 years since then. Kat was right. Sometimes not remembering is a blessing. Ali doesn't have that luxury. Anyway, I've got a surprise for you. Come on. She pulled me along by the hand into the forest. I have to say, Ali's really impressed me. Of course, it was a deliberate plan to come into the forest and get to the hangar, but she made it seem so spontaneous. You're going to love it. I saw it the same moment she did. It was all we could do, just to stand and watch. What? No. She staggered and almost fell. And who could blame her? The hangar was engulfed in roaring flames. The heat was incredible. There was no way either of us could take another step towards the hangar without being burned alive. Oh God. The stench of the burning oil assaulted me without mercy. We were at a loss for words. In front of all those flames was her walking away from it. Somehow I just know it was her. Sorry, Ali, Noire. There's been a small change of plans. I'm sure you can tell, but we've hit a few snags with the hangar. How about you two just spend your day on the ground instead? I want to scream. I want to attack her with every bone in my body. I can't do anything. She's got a gun. Yeah. Not just me, but everyone else. To hold myself back from giving away what this plane meant to me took all the strength I had. I need to calm down. Cat might be able to read my face and see that. Sounds fine to me, Cat. I'm just glad you're safe. What happened? We're still looking into it. Well, either way, there's nothing we can do about that. How about we go somewhere else, Noire? She reached for my hand and held it tight. How could she smile like this at me? Of course, Ali. For the rest of the day, Ali and I put on the performance of a lifetime. Though our faces were all smiles and laughter, we knew now more than ever that we were trapped in Kat's macabre puppet show. And Kat loved to make us dance. She must have known we were trying to escape, but how? Did we make a mistake? Did Fall give us away? Should we ever have trusted him in the first place? who can I trust now? Time is ticking and the end of the show looms closer and closer. It's time I'm supposed to meet with a group, but what would we even do? There's no way we can escape. Our last chance died with the hangar. Should I just make a break for it? No, I'd never make it. And the others would suffer for my mistake. What do I do? You don't look so good, Noire. I've been better. It hasn't exactly been sunshine and rainbows today. You really aren't much for acting, are you, Noire? Look, I already know about you and your plan to escape. My blood ran cold. You know, take the plane, fly away from here. It wasn't hard to figure out. I tried to say something in my defense, but my voice wouldn't come out. It was all I could do to stand wide-eyed. I know you and the others found the lab, got your memories back. Well, at least the others did. And I know that every night you will work together to try to find a way out. I mean, of course I'd know. I'm the reason why you got this far. What do you mean? Just follow me. You'll save all of us time. We walked to the locked room near the games room. She took out a master key and spun it around. You never really thought a bunny could take a key from me, right? Honestly, I don't know what to believe anymore. She opened the door. Well, there's a spider in my hand. Hello, little guy. Where'd you get that? Wait, let me just get him outside real quick. Hey. It's okay, little fella. Wow. Sorry about that. He was tiny. He was like a little... The others were inside, looking as surprised as I was. Give me one good reason why I shouldn't kill you right now, Cat. How about two? First, your inside man was never four, it was me. I mean, come on, you wouldn't be smart enough for something like this. Second, you only ever had a chance at escaping this island because of me. Newsflash, Allie, those tanks never just bug out. You're the one who let me out of my tank. The one and only. Allie was at a loss for words, and I was no different. What do you want, Cat? Honestly, same thing as you guys. I want off this crazy train. I want out. I want you guys to include me in your little escape plan. What? Do I have something on my face? As hard as it is to believe, the list of people who want to stay on this island is pretty short. Hell no, we can't trust you. I'm not sure how I remember, but I remember I tried to escape with you before. I trusted you. I even fell for you. Even 5 girls isn't enough. Unbelievable. And then you betrayed me and shot me. There's no way we could ever trust you. You're just gonna stab us in the back. Is that true, Cat? I'm ashamed to say it is. But I didn't have a choice. You know how it is with Damien. It doesn't matter if you share the same blood. He'll take the people you love hostage and use them to force you to dance to his tune. I'm sorry I betrayed you, Noire. I really am. But if I had to do it again, I'd do it again in a heartbeat because there was someone I needed to save. I know I must look like the villain to you, but believe me, I have people I care about too. If you're so compassionate, how come you burned up our only way out of here? You're lucky I did, Noire. If you'd actually have flown as planned, you'd all be at the bottom of the ocean right now. What do you mean? It's a cruel trick of Damien's. He knew there was a chance that people on the show would recover their memories and try to escape. So he made us build the hangar and the plane. It's the one place anyone trying to escape would go. Exactly. I've told you in the past, Allie, never fly that plane or take the boat out of sight of this island. And if you did, you'd have blown up like fireworks. That Allie and I were in that plane, which was little more than a flying death trap, sent a chill down my spine. Look, the simple reality is you need me to escape. Without me, you won't even make it past the barrier. What barrier? Exactly. And though I hate it, I need you guys to help me and our escape. She reached a hand towards me for a handshake. Allies? Let's discuss first. Kat leaned against a wall while the rest of us debated what to do. Can we really trust her? This might just be another trap. Not likely to be the first by her you fall into, Noire. You're right. That said, it's not like we have much to lose at this point. Even if she'd done terrible things to us in the past, we still need her to escape. You alright, Allie? I'm fine, just angry at myself. Hey, don't beat yourself up about it. We're still alive, that's what counts. She's right, you know. I'm not sure how I'm feeling right now either, but we're alive. That counts for something. You're right, Noire. As much as I hate to say it, I think we'll need Kat's help, trustworthy or not, if we want to stay that way. We should keep an eye on her. I don't trust her, personally. I couldn't say it better myself. Alright, Kat, if you want our help, you're gonna need to answer a few questions. Ask away. What the hell is this sick show for? And why have you been forcing us to repeat it over and over? As someone from the Resistance, it should be obvious to you. This is just one of the hundreds of killing shows we air, shows that keep people scared, that keep people from organising against the government. You want to paralyze people with fear? You broadcast exactly what will happen to you if you rise up. You're monsters, you know that? I don't disagree with you, but we're not in charge here. Some of us still have family to lose, Allie. Continue. Before we air each show, we test them internally on test audiences to see what kind of ratings they bring for the fortunate and what kind of despair they bring for the less fortunate. If they tested well enough, we'd air it, but it wasn't efficient. But we couldn't just film a killing show over and over again to see which version of it rated best. You can't bring people back from the dead. It was the same for the test audiences. You couldn't just make them watch multiple versions of a show as they remember previous versions that would influence their opinions. There was no way to test multiple versions of a show without losing the feelings that lives were really in danger. But my memory rewriter would have changed that. It did. We were able to reuse everybody. Our volunteer actors, the test audiences. Since we could just make people forget what happened, we could film run after run of the show, where each was as if it were the first time to all of you. And that's exactly what we've been doing here for the last 2 years. It was a lot to hear. I had a feeling, but to know that people looked at us like we were nothing but lab rats, well, I was genuinely afraid for my life. It's sickening. We were silent for a while. If you've been testing the show this long, when's the real thing? There is no real thing. It's only what version tests the best. That said, there's only so much time Damien is willing to spend on this show, and that time is almost up. This is the last run of the show. If you don't escape before the end, you're all as good as dead. I know Damien and I have said that we'd let you and your chosen partner go if you achieve good enough ratings, but it's a lie, isn't it? Yep. I'm sorry I've waited this long to try to help you guys. I've been too scared to risk it all, but I've nothing left to lose now. She extended her hand to me for a handshake. Allies? At least till we're out of here? I don't really have a choice this time either, huh? If you wanted to, you could report us right now. That's true. And my word would count for more than all of yours. But that wouldn't save the person I need to. Like it or not, we have to work together. Then it's a deal. Allie shook Kat's hand. Kat, are you sure you don't want to... It's fine, Scarlet. It's not important anymore and we don't have time to waste. If you say so. Anyway. The only time we can escape is the last day of the show, between midnight and just before the sun goes up. That's when the boat comes to welcome the newly engaged couple, and that's the only way off this island, alive. It also doubles as a supply ship. We use it to replenish between each run of the show. Aren't there no other planes on this island? A boat would be far slower. Unfortunately, it's not so easy. There's a protective shell around the island which performs two functions. First, it renders us invisible to the satellite. It's the reason why your people couldn't find us, Ally. Second, if anything bigger than a human being tries to get in or outside of the barrier, it'll get fried, unless it's emitting a compatible IFF signal. The only way off the island that will have that signal is the boat. I'm betting it'll be heavily guarded. Well, yes, but not from people on it. The ship itself will be run by a skeleton crew, with staff on the islands that we'll have to watch out for. That still leaves the question of how we'll deal with them. Last time I checked, there's hundreds of them and not even 10 of us. Actually, it might not be so hard after all. I've got a plan that just might work. Though I have to admit it's a little crazy. I like the sound of that. If it involves zombies again, I'm out. Yui explained the plan to us with a renewed confidence that could inspire anyone to believe. Luckily, we'll still have tomorrow, so we have just the amount of time we need. This might just work, Yui. You're a mad genius. Let's just say I've been holding back my creativity till now. It's crazier than anything I'd imagined, and crazy enough to work. Let's get to work. Wait, were we even listening to the same plan? The others went their separate ways to help prepare for Yui's plan. But Kat stayed. Our business wasn't finished just yet. What's up? What's your game? I want to trust you, Kat. I really do. But you're up to something, aren't you? Just like every other time I trusted you. I can't blame you for feeling that way. And I can't take back what I've done before. The only thing I can say to try to make you trust me is that we both have people we care about, Noire. And if you don't escape, then the person I care about will go down with you. I'm not asking for you to put your neck out for me. You'll never have to. I'm asking for you to help somebody that you've never met, and you never will. Somebody innocent. It's strange. This woman has put me through hell, treated me like a lab rat, more, and yet, somehow I think she's telling me the truth. Honestly, it doesn't really matter if you do trust me. You'll see tomorrow that I'm going along with Yui's plan either way. I'll trust you, Kat. I'm sorry for yelling at you earlier. Don't be. I literally shot you. I think that earns you the right to be angry at me and more, no? Well, I've gotten to know you over these past years. Not for more than a couple weeks straight, but I got to know you. And I think you're rude and manipulative, and you have no problem lying to my face. Hey, can we skip to the part where you compliment me? You're also incredibly crass, you keep secrets from everybody, and... Are you finished? I don't think you're a bad person. Every time the show ran, you always talked to me to make me feel like I wasn't alone. And you made sure I never lost hope. I know that was never part of the job, you didn't have to do that. Yet you did it, over and over. It must have been so tiring to do that over and over, fully well knowing that we were doomed. I don't know why you're doing all of this, but I believe that you do care about helping people. I'm flattered, Noire, but you've got me wrong. What do you mean? Everything I've ever done for you, the others, it's been for my own selfish reasons. It just happens to line up nicely. Though I appreciate the compliment. Unlike before, I couldn't tell if she was telling the truth. We went our separate ways shortly after. I spent the rest of the night helping the others with preparing for the plan. I was exhausted when I went back to my room, but I still couldn't fall asleep for several hours. It's as if something's on the tip of my tongue, but I just barely can't grasp it. Yet somehow I know I'm closer than I've ever been. Oh, I think... God, this has taken so long. But, I think I'm gonna call it a day for now. And we'll finish this, like have the final part. I didn't expect this game to be so long. I'm absolutely loving it. Well, I have no idea what's gonna happen. But I think, because I am exhausted, as you might be able to tell from my voice, I am gonna call it a day for now. But I really, really hope everyone's enjoying this so far. Only a little bit left now, I think. And yeah, I hope everyone's had an amazing day. Thank you so much if you stuck till the end with me. Again, this is just so much fun to actually do, and I'm just so happy to be like into things and balls deep into the new year. And hopefully, well, definitely, I'll be seeing you around the same time tomorrow for our Hollow Knight stream. We're finally continuing it. But for now, I hope you've had a really good time watching this. I hope I haven't been like boring or anything like that. And yeah, I will end it pretty abruptly. And I will see you tomorrow, Space Rangers. Ciao out.